At Honestly Natural, their focus is to create soaps that not only smell great, but also are safe for the entire family. Their soaps are handcrafted and cut in Colchester, Connecticut. All of their bars are made from 100% all-natural ingredients. They offer a wide variety from the calming, familiar scents of lavender and eucalyptus to the musky, warm aroma of patchouli, vanilla, and so many more. They currently offer 22 different bars, each being unique, even creating one for the family dog. Also, don't forget to pick up one of their hand-crocheted washcloths as a perfect pair to the soaps, for you and for someone you love. There's nothing like shopping local. We've been using these soaps, and it's a product that we stand by. With a company that is local, 100% all-natural, and unique, you cannot go wrong. Pick your own bar up at www.allhonestlyNatural.com to see and smell for yourself. And for a limited time, from November 17th to December 21st, you can receive 10% off your purchase if you put in the code word B.S. Nerds, all capital letters. B.S. Nerds, 10% off at www.allhonestlyNatural.com.
Hold up!
Aaron.
My name is Dave. This is Joe.
I listened to that podcast and I was like, I'm with him.
That sounds really cool. And then Chris Humphries hard fouls and Kevin Garnett pushes him straight into the third row. Let's go.
Aaron.
My name is Dave. This is Joe. Let's go.
This is the Boston Sports Nerds Podcast, the B.S. Nerd Show.
Joe, you got anything you want to say before you go?
No, we have talked a lot.
We have nothing left in the tank. Let's go. Welcome back. This is the 50th episode of the Boston Sports Nerds Podcast, the B.S. Nerd Show. My name is Dave. I'm accompanied by my two fellow nerds here. To my right, I have the host of WECP.
Aaron.
And to my left, I have the host of our fantasy football show,
Ben.
Ben. Ben is back.
I just wanna give you a heads up.
Yeah.
In the sheets of paper,
Yeah.
I put Ben field goal on one of them.
Ooh, little Easter egg.
So someone
I like
is gonna
it.
get a very
There's a
special
golden ticket.
Yeah.
There's a golden ticket in there.
So when I donate money, I'm taking that one.
No.
There you go. Nice.
No.
No. Yeah. It's not in house.
And don't go looking. You
Right.
just get lucky. Don't just dig through them.
No. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Be like, oh no, I want the one that says Ben.
Ben field
No,
goal.
you take whatever they fucking hand you.
That is some rare air right there.
Yeah.
What we're referring to is, as we said, we're going to be at the CSW event this Saturday coming up December 9th. And anyone that donates gets a hand-signed thank you sheet autographed by everyone on the network except for Josh, unfortunately, who does not live in Connecticut. So there's that. But
He mentally signed it though.
He did. He sent his sincerest thank you for your support.
Yeah.
No. So
next time we'll send it out and he can like put lipstick on and kiss it
yeah,
first.
kiss it first. That's a good idea.
No.
I was thinking of a new format for a show where it should just be called Josh's Secrets. And he just does things like that, where he's just like, hey, I just left lipstick on a bunch of pieces of paper. And everyone's like, why? He's like, thanks for listening to Josh's Secrets. And then the end.
3-second podcast.
3-second podcast. And then it's like, it's sort of like your, the idea where you go where you hunt, scavenger hunt.
Oh,
show.
yeah.
It's like that.
I came up with a podcast idea last night. It's called Dawson's Clawsons. And
Nice. This is
it's
a lot like Back and Goose.
It's actually
I like it.
Where Dave reviews Clausen pickles.
Nice.
There's different kinds.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
With Rich's Stitches. So that's a shout out to Mac and Goo podcast. This is our Hall of Fame episode, our second, I don't want to say annual, because it's every 25
Yeah.
25 business
said
weeks.
Might
for us.
do it
said
once a year
50 episodes.
after this or something, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Build
Yeah,
up a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to do one at 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
And then
Right.
after that, I mean,
Yeah, after
you
the 100
celebrate. You don't celebrate 125.
No. It'll be like 100 and 250. I think that's the next. I think that's the
100,
next big one.
200.
200
Or 150.
or 150. Or,
I think
or
from here on
250.
out, you probably do.
Dave just really wants that 250.
I just want that
You
sweet
do
250.
472 is actually the next.
That's my next one.
the
That's
next
what I was going to say.
Hall of Fame episode after.
That's what I just
after
feel like-
50, actually, just a big gap.
That's it.
It's a lot to pull from.
That's it. But yeah, we'll figure it out. We are approaching some really, really cool milestones. Shouldn't even say approaching. We already hit 100 episodes for the network.
Oh yeah.
We're at like 105 now.
Well, we're cranking out a lot of fucking
Yeah, there's a lot of
episodes.
shows. But that's I talked to someone about the podcast, and while I was running around getting donations, and I explained what we do, and they're like, how many episodes do you have? I said, well, there's 105 on the network, but we're at episode 50 coming up for our show. like, you have 105 shows out? And I was like, well, there's 6 people. You know what I mean? I teamed up, with a couple different shows. Like, wow, that's still, like, that's a lot of content. I was like,
yeah, bitch.
Tune in.
We
Tune in.
Comma.
Yeah, bitch. Exactly. So since this is the Hall of Fame episode, we're going to start this thing off first with our nominees. We'll do a quick podcast in this episode after.
Wait, what's a podcast?
So, yeah. What have we been doing?
What are these microphones? Why am I here?
Who are you?
Who are you people?
So let's start this off with our nominees for the old segment. These are a lot of segments we kind of got away from for the past few weeks just because the NFL Pick'em takes a good chunk of time.
Well, it wouldn't if I could just not talk about every game.
And go really in depth and then always pick the opposite of the point you're making while you do it.
Yeah.
That's an important detail. So let's post our nominees for Not Mad at It.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Actually, I'm not even mad. It's amazing.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Joe, go ahead. What's your nominee?
I'm not mad at it, is Dave Portnoy putting Mike Felger in a fucking body bag, curse included, on live television.
That's a good one.
Before the Kansas City game? Yes. It was before the home opener.
Yep.
I'm a big Barstool guy. That was fucking awesome.
That's a good one.
And I hate fucking Felger anyway. So
that was like the perfect storm.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing. It was just a lot of hype.
Opening night of football. It was the Goodell towel night.
Yep.
You had one of my favorite media people and Dave Portnoy against one of my least favorite people, media people, and Mike Felger, and he said he put him in a fucking body bag.
I don't think he's wrong.
And he didn't apologize for the swear word.
Right. Yeah, he was like, F-bomb. He like threw it out there like if they had a chance to dump it, like if they're on a delay, like F-bomb. I don't apologize for what I said. So, I love that. What about you, Aaron? What do you got?
We're talking about social media second?
No, this is the Not Mad at It.
Not mad at it.
Not
okay.
mad at it.
My Not Mad at It was when we discussed J.J. Watt raising the money for Houston. I thought episode 36. Nice. I thought that was a good episode. I thought when we talked about that, I was like, I felt passionate about it. I mean, as much as I know, I think you don't really like Watt that much.
I just think he's a phony. Like, I think he's a show-off, I should say.
J.J. Watt's a hardo.
Yeah, right. I think he's a tryer. Like, I watched him on Hard Knocks, and he's like, oh, you got to stay late. And then, like, did the whole workout with the tire, and he's like, and then the fans come for autographs. You got to sign those. And then, like, stayed all night, signed them. Great thing that he did. Just thought it was really staged.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like,
he wears his, like, high school, like,
varsity jacket. Yeah.
Still.
But I think he's a great player.
I mean, if I could fit in mine, I'd probably still wear it.
Great player, and what he did for that was awesome.
And like, just to, like, as much as people are like, oh, well, no, if he didn't do that, people wouldn't have donated that much money.
Right.
He
did really good for the city of Houston.
And we always joke about, like, when we talk about, like, when Paul Pierce retired, like, that's the ideal Not Mad at It. Or when LeVar Ball speaks, that's the ideal Bach talk or whatever. That's one of those types of things where it's like, that's the prototypical Not Mad at It.
You're going to make fun of him because he didn't donate exactly, he didn't match the total amount. That's more money than he's made in It's more money than he's made playing in the NFL.
Yeah, it's like right on the same level as Portnoy putting Felger.
Pretty equal.
Pretty even.
Mine is episode 28, titled ... allegedly, and it is when we were trying to come up with nicknames for the Boston Celtics players because there was 7-11 before, and then Tatum changed his number.
That son of a bitch.
Kyrie took 11, and then it's all screwed up.
I'm still on the 007 train.
I like the 007 train too, so we tried doing that. But while 7-11 was still the name, I said poor Al Horford stuck out there like, hey guys, can I get $42 on Pump 5? Am I right, 7-11? And then so we had that joke. Probably peeled back the curtain on the Celtics advertising deals that they probably canceled that 7-11 deal.
Cumberland
Farms is the sponsor of the Boston Celtics. So, who knows what's going on there. But I thought that was a really funny segment when we were trying to get Al Horford in on the mix. And that's my Not Mad at It nominee. We're going to go right into, let's do Bach Talk next.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
That's a book.
I'll start this one off, and we'll go back around round robin here. Mine's episode 41, titled We're Back to the Basics and We're Well Put Together, which kind of hints at what the Bach Talk is. That was when Tommy Heinsohn complimented Aaron Baines about how he looks like all of Australia. I saw him in the shower. He's a well put together man.
I disagree with this even being a block talk. I think it should have been I'm not mad at it.
It was at Tommy. Like, you're creepy.
Nope.
His wife passed away. He's a single man.
Sure.
People can change their sexual orientation late in life, Dave.
Not denying that at all. I think that's absolutely true. I just thought it was a wildly uncomfortable thing to say.
I thought it was perfectly fine. I think it should be.
I think it was spot on.
Matter of fact,
I mean, he's a well put together man.
Matter of fact, I'm not mad at it.
You want to nominate that instead?
No.
Right. My buck talk is just Tommy Heinsohn for being old and creepy. It just reminded me as an old creepy guy. That's all. So that's mine.
I'm still not mad at it.
What do you got?
So my favorite Bach Talk / argument on the show. Well, not argument, I guess, but it is.
Yeah.
Tom Brady should report concussions, episode 33. I think
that
you
was
and
a big argument.
Yeah, we got into a pretty heated argument about that.
Right.
I mean, I do believe at least 2 people came up to me at work and asked me if you and I were okay.
Yeah. There was a lot of calls.
Or at least one person that knows you
right.
outside of work, and then one person at work was like, "Yo, you and Dave all right? You guys good?" Like, yeah.
No, I fucking hate the guy.
Yeah.
No, next week when he comes, I'm gonna tackle him as he comes through the door.
A lot of people have a tough time. I think you've gotten to that point with me now, which I really like. A lot of people think I'm mad at them when I'm arguing with them. I'm not mad at you. No, I'm mad at what you're saying.
You look at me with these eyes of hate.
Yeah,
I'm
filled. No, I'm filled with rage.
Pure hatred.
Yeah, no, I'm filled with rage.
If you could put a cigarette
out
on my forehead, you would.
It's not you. If I could put a cigarette out on your argument, I would do that. Like, I want to pick holes in people's arguments so much. So it's never personal.
My always correct argument at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe. Do you want to do it right now?
I saw the hate already.
Just gave him the eyes.
No, so the point is Tom Brady should report his concussions.
Maybe he shouldn't.
He should.
We're not doing that again. Burn. What do you got for
my blog talk? I wrote it down as racist weirdos.
There you go.
Episode 38.
Yeah.
I nominated this. This is when the sign was hung over the green monster that said racism is as American as baseball.
Yeah.
And we kind of live reacted to it. It happened while we were recording.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it came out later that the guy, he told one of the good jokes where you have to explain it to everyone.
Right.
He made a terrible sign that no one understood and took it as a racist thing.
I remember at the time we were like, oh my God.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on there?
Yeah. But I liked the live reaction, which is why I nominated it, because I thought that we don't get to live react to things very often.
No.
So that was kind of cool to do that.
That's a good one. Let's we'll
it's
go
as
back
American
to,
as baseball.
Live reacting is as American as baseball.
Yeah.
Let's go to the social media second nominees. What do you got, Joe?
It's great that you started with me, the guy who doesn't have a social media second one. I plugged in like a favorite.
Ill-prepared.
I plugged in a favorite argument one.
Yeah.
The thing is, we got away from the social media second the blog talk and all that shit.
Right.
I think this week's poll, though, it's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about it later in the episode. It's a good one.
Yeah.
It just sucks that we can't. I mean, you could use it today if you want.
No.
Best one we've done in a while.
So I plugged in a favorite
What about the
argument.
Water's Wet one?
I'm putting this into the social media segment thing. Did we actually social media second this after? I don't think we did. Maybe not.
Might be.
But it was the Dak versus Zeke debate we got into.
We did not social media second.
Who was the face of the Cowboys?
Yeah.
And I think I was the only one on the Zeke train at the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
it's showing
I
pretty good.
victory lap that grave dance.
You might grave dance that, except for the boy did his thing on Thursday.
Dak.
Yeah.
He's still a good quarterback.
That was
never the argument.
I think next year, full season, they've technically both had 2 full seasons in the NFL.
Right.
Then you see exactly.
Right, yeah, because the sophomore slump thing comes into play a little bit. And like you said, he's having a worse year than I thought he was at the time.
Yeah.
And seeing Dak without Zeke, you're sort of like, oh yeah, Zeke really is kind of what makes that thing go. So I agree.
And I was one of those people who thought like, hey, the run game is the run game in Dallas. Like you could plug anyone behind that line,
right.
and it's kind of showing that.
But Morris though I feel he's kind of washed up.
Yeah, that's not the same situation.
I know it's not. Right. Obviously, he's not Zeke, but like he's not.
But the idea,
he's not even what he was when he was in Washington.
The idea was you could put anyone back there.
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter, but obviously it does. Zeke is still a second. He's like a top level guy. You know
right? Yeah. So. Absolutely. It's like him, David Johnson, Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
And like Todd Gurley and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Top running backs in the NFL. Yeah.
Right.
So that was an interesting argument, and I didn't really have a good social media second, so I'll fucking.
There we go.
Just slip that bad boy.
Cheat my way into that.
It's a good argument, though. That would be. Yeah. And at the time, it was a good.
It could have been a social media.
Yeah, well, because we started to really focus on New England sports. That's the reason why we kind of didn't. I probably didn't do it.
Right.
Mine was episode 39's "Fuck You, Guzkowski." I just want to say I'm Polish and I win.
Right.
That's what I took away from that whole argument.
That works out.
It was. Guzkowski screwed you with the spread?
Yeah, so one of the social media seconds was the over-under on the Saints-Patriots game. Because the Saints have a historically bad passing defense, and the Patriots' passing defense at that time was god-awful.
Oh, god-awful.
So the line from Vegas was 56.5 points. You took the under, I took the over, and the final score was 56 points total.
Guy.
Because Steven Gostowski missed an extra point.
Thank you.
And Aaron won the bet. So... I went on a very anti-Polish rampage.
And I was like,
bastard, you Polak bastard.
By the way, I'm Polish.
Right. Gostowski's been pretty good lately.
He's been really good. Yeah.
Do
that. Knock on wood. Do that.
But he's looked good.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I forgot about that.
At least you had a actual social media second.
Sorry, Joe. Sorry, Joe, I didn't put you on the spot. Sorry. It's my bad. Dave's bad.
My social media second is episode 38, one of my favorite episodes also, titled One Nipple Grip and 27 Banes.
Right.
The Patriots panic button. It was when they were like 2-2, I believe. And it was like, where do we worry? You know what I mean? Like, is it getting to be time? And Aaron was like in full-blown blow-up mode. He voted like, I am pressing the panic button. I was in the middle with... They're going to be okay, and then Joe was in we're Super Bowl 52 bound, or Minnesota bound, or whatever.
No, I thought, because I think they still had Jimmy G, right?
Yeah.
I believe they still had Jimmy G. In my head, I was like, either you trade him for, like, what you need defensively to figure this out, or start figuring it out.
Or what you do is you actually sit the guy that you paid a lot of money for, and then your defense magically plays a lot better. And then when he comes back, even he's fixed it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yep. Everything's good. Everything works out.
Belichick. Kanye Strong.
Belichick does Belichick things. Nope. That's not the one.
Okay.
That is not the one.
Hold up.
Hold up. Everyone hold up. Wait 1 minute. Sorry about that. Let's move on to closing time. Before we go into closing time, let's stop for clothing time. Go to facebook.com/anyweatherclothingco. That's the letters NE Weather Clothing Co. Or you can go to anyweatherclothingco.com. Check out the Facebook store, facebook.com/anyweatherclothingco. Go in the shop. You can find exclusive BS Nerds merchandise there, a hat and a t-shirt as of right now, with much more to come. Also, check out the other clothes he has. He also has a retro throwback shirt. He's got something for Foxwoods now, and he also has his own brand going. Go to anyweatherclothingco.com or facebook.com/anyweatherclothingco and use the exclusive BS Nerds discount code, which is the letters BSN ERDS and then the number 17. That's BS Nerds 17, and you have to capitalize the BSN. So that's capital B, capital S, capital N, ERDS 17.
Closing time, nerds.
All right.
I know who I want to take.
I haven't got to do that all right in a long time. That's kind of carried over to the 4-Star Sports Bar. They start the video segment like,
you know what though?
Right.
When I record the fantasy field goal with Ben, I noticed that I do it too.
You do it all
right when you're coming from a drop. There's no better word to use.
All right.
All right. Well, that was the drop.
Yeah. All right. We're back. Just like that's it. My closing time nominee is episode 36, titled We're Going to Hash This Out. Joe gets interrupted while telling us his pooping story as he left for the start of closing time to go use the restroom. You know, nature calls sometimes. You got to go. He went, was a little frustrated with the toilet paper situation in there, tried telling the story, just iced him, just started fading him out. And
when I waddled across Aaron's bathroom to find my toilet paper.
Yeah, it's just he went bathroom closet, going crazy, looking for the toilet paper. Made it out of there alive, and
barely.
He lived to talk about it.
I don't know if that pair of underwear made it out.
Yes. But ended up in the trash.
Joe lived to tell the story, and no one else got to hear about us. So that's my favorite closing time.
Yeah, mine is on a similar level actually. It's episode 39 when I got married. So
nice.
Just like waddling across a bathroom with shit on your ass. Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah, very similar. Life-changing event, so I think it should like automatically be nominated.
Yep.
Right?
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope.
Yeah.
For your sake, Joe. For your sake, Joe.
I can't think of another closing time thing that would beat out
getting married.
A life-changing event like getting married. So.
Right. Well, what about when
but
you have
also
your kid?
the poop story was taken already. So
poop story.
That was probably my first pick, then getting married.
Off the books. You know what else I like for a closing time, too, which may have actually fallen in like the new Around the Network or State of the Network segment, when you just kept listing wrestlers to see if it would make his Mount Rushmore.
Thanks. Stole mine,
Oh,
Dave.
was that it?
That was going to be mine.
All right, so what do you got, Aaron?
Hey, what's your closing time?
No, I'm going to change it now.
All right,
Fucker.
Here we go. Real quick, on the fly.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
He's a real wrestler.
I know
you started naming wrestlers that I think weren't real.
Doink the Clown.
I feel like Al Snow.
I did say Al Snow.
Yeah, you were like Al Snow. I was like, yes, Al Snow is a real wrestler.
This is the worst Mount Rushmore I've ever heard in my entire life. Dean Ambrose?
No, I think mine was. I want to say it's like last week. I think when I started to like rant and rave about Buff Dad about how I'm gonna. Joe, if you don't go, you might miss me getting arrested.
Definitely.
2, taking at least one wrestler with me.
Yeah.
If you get arrested, it's
3, getting a wrestling contract. That's a possibility.
That's a possibility.
If you get arrested, it's because 2 Buff called the cops on you with the cell phone that's in his dick pocket.
That's tucked into his dick pocket. Exactly.
You like that photo? I figured I found one the whole shot. I was like, I sent it to you.
The whole shebang. Yeah.
That is 2 Buff. And Buff Dad.
You like the sweet
Scotty Too Hottie.
Yeah.
No, he's he's more of a white trash
the
version
Hurricane
of Scotty Too Hottie.
What about Grandmaster Sexy?
Val Venus.
There we go. Not bad. I like it. So that's all of our closing
Buff
times,
Bagwell.
Right? We've all listed nominations.
Steiner?
Nope.
Big Papa Pump.
None of those.
Scott Steiner and Big Papa Pump are the same person.
Only in your mind.
You ever see? All right. I don't even know how to fight that. So let's go into best episode. We don't have a drop for that. So, Joe, what are you nominating for your best episode?
My favorite episode, and this is complete recency bias.
Okay.
Because it's the last episode we did.
All right.
That was with the very heated argument about the process that lasted a long time.
Do you trust me?
I don't.
The process.
That was with the...
Joe, you just go out and get the best player.
Where in case you guys didn't know, I actually broke down the process with an entire whiteboard rant.
There's a whole plan.
And that's actually what the process is. Fun fact, I actually found out that GM, who I gave all the credit for, has already been fired.
Yeah, that's not the GM
Sam
that started with it. Right,
who made a bunch of the draft picks.
Yeah.
They actually did fire him. So the trust the process thing didn't even work.
Yeah,
it didn't work. So I was right all along. Right. Process doesn't work.
The process is over.
It still gets you fired.
The process is over. Now you just go get LeBron James.
Now, you know what the theory is? That some people say that the process is actually just Joel Embiid. Like he is the process. Like that's
I've heard that
nickname.
I
was like, that's bullshit.
Right. Well,
you trust him. You trust him?
Do you trust him? They trust him enough to give him $30 million a year.
I don't know. Have you ever seen him on Twitter?
The dude's a troll, dude.
I don't think he's very trustworthy on Twitter.
He's a savage. I like Joel Embiid a lot. I like Joel Embiid a lot.
He might be like the last traditional center we'll see.
Yeah,
for a long time. Like right now, the way the centers are transitioning. To
I think
more of a
Anthony
power
Towns,
forward.
And
more of a power forward.
Right.
You can still shoot.
Yeah,
they don't hang out by the rim.
Yeah, Joel Embiid is a down low guy, and Towns is too. But okay.
Okay.
We're experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty here. Browning out here. But
And she let it can't. Did you?
No,
let
I
it?
lit that.
You knew. Just drink your drink.
just drink your drink.
Like
Drink my dog drool.
yeah.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
So we're back. Sorry about that. There's a little hiccup here.
So my
lost power momentarily.
my favorite episode is The Process, episode 49. I thought that was all around a good episode. This might be recency bias.
Yeah.
But I think we have gotten better as we've recorded. Our episodes have gotten more interesting and funny and focused.
Yeah.
So I think our last one has been our best one.
It's a good one.
It will be better from there.
It was, absolutely, nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
From here.
So you're saying we're at the bottom.
Can't get any worse.
We
than
started
what we're
from
doing.
the bottom.
Now we're here. So
And here is like halfway up to the middle, kind of. So we're not even really.
Started at the bottom. Now we're doing better.
We're like a quarter of the way to the top.
Yeah.
But we started
right
at the bottom. So
now we're here.
yeah,
Right.
now we are
still true.
here. Drake never clarifies where here is.
Here is.
So it
just
could
like,
be
started from the bottom. Now we're here. We're still at the bottom.
Oklahoma.
Right. Just started from the bottom. Now we're at Oklahoma.
Now
So
we're in
that's it.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. What's your favorite episode, Aaron?
Mine is episode 30.
Which one's that?
Michael Holly interview.
Oh, right.
Where
We interviewed Michael Holly.
Yes.
I think I blacked out during that.
You puked and cried the
yeah.
whole time.
No, you almost threw up, Joe.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm going to throw up now. We're talking about it again.
But I definitely fought myself back and forth whether I was going to do it or not. And I asked him, would he marry, fuck, kill his co-host, Rich Keefe?
He didn't fuck anyone.
No,
He mandated.
He mandated Keefe.
Yes.
And he
Oh no,
went on a
married.
mandate.
Married. You know, he married Keefe.
Yeah.
He mandated Maloney, and he
Killed Christian
killed
Fourier
Christian Fourier. That was a quick answer.
Immediately.
And same thing for Keefe.
Yeah, apparently Christian Fourier.
No, Keith killed. He killed.
Minahan. No.
He killed Lou.
Yep.
He killed Lou.
Yeah.
Oh,
because
yeah, because
he
Fourier is
married
the
Holly
Adonis.
back.
No, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it
Yeah,
later.
yeah,
We'll talk
yeah.
about that later.
But
no, I feel like doing that.
Yeah.
It like I did it almost like you said. Like I'm ready to vomit. I'm going to
Right,
ask
yeah,
this
yeah.
question. I don't know how this
Get
is going to
laughed out of
land.
the room. We'll see what happens.
Either he's going to laugh or he's going to be like, click.
Right.
We're going to hear.
Just hang up.
He was
Yeah.
real cool about it.
He was cool.
He was cool.
And then when we
We
met
just
him in
gotta take that
person,
out of there.
he
We
was
can't do it.
he laughed about it.
Right.
So
and still reiterated how much he wanted.
you know,
to kill Christian.
he reiterated. He's like, no, you killed
He said,
We
"Oh,
should
I love
have
that."
him back on soon.
Yeah.
Try.
Or try. Yeah. See if he's interested.
I'll
Yeah.
see why he wouldn't come back on.
Right. Maybe because we followed him up to Massachusetts.
There's been enough lack of contact
Right.
where you've fallen out of
So
this.
you know, I tweet him every night like, "Hey,
Oh,
bud,
see?
retweet.
Well, that's
Where's
a good
that
way.
retweet?
That's a good way to ruin that
I
bridge.
need that DM. I need that retweet, buddy." No, he was great.
Maybe once the
We
football
get like a Pats
playoffs,
bye week or something.
football playoffs start.
Yeah. See if we can get him on. I'll talk. I'll throw it back out there.
Yeah.
Throw a little feeler. Worst thing you can do is say
What
no.
if we get
If
both
you
of
listen to
that?
hashtag Dave Speaks, it was always ask. You have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Always ask.
What if we get both of them? What if we did
At the
a,
same time?
a dual
Oh man, tag team match.
tag team match?
Mary Fuck Kill, Kirk Minahan, Jerry Callahan. That's one tag team.
Yeah, you have to do tag
Fucking
teams now.
Lou and Christian, fucking the other tag team,
And
then
Mutt
Dale
and
and
Keith.
Glenn. Or
Keith
Mutt and
is
Keith,
Keith
yeah.
is involved in his own.
He's like, I'm gonna kill
I'm
Mary,
gonna
fuck
fuck
myself. I'm gonna choose me for all three, and kill Mutt. And then just ride solo after that.
Fuck Mutt.
Yeah, that's it.
Not like no, I meant
No,
like,
not fuck. Yeah, right.
Not like
Like forget him.
yeah.
Yeah, right. To hell with them.
It was an wait. I don't know what it would be in the English language, but he said fuck Mutt.
Yeah.
Not like have sex with
It would
Mutt.
be
Right.
it would
Like
be
fuck
it would, well, it would be essentially mutual masturbation.
Good old Dutch rudder.
Yeah, the Dutch rudder.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're double Dutching. My
What is
favorite
this?
episode.
What is this?
Yeah, it got
Where are
weird.
we going?
It
What
would.
is happening?
I'm sorry.
We're talking about Rich
I'm
Keefe
sorry.
joint masturbating people.
I'm
What's
sorry.
happening here?
I'm sorry, ladies
Speaking of
and
Rich
gentlemen.
Keefe, he's my favorite episode, the interview with him.
Which episode number is
was
that, Joe?
That was 32.
Dave, sorry.
Yep. Wow.
Okay, we look
wow.
a lot alike,
Yeah.
so
okay.
I see why you did that.
All right.
It's the
So,
it's
if I
the
can go,
glasses.
if I can go Kevin Stewart on you, okay. All right. Episode 32, special guest Rich Keefe, plus United We Stand, Divided We Kneel was the name of that episode.
All right,
So,
that's a long episode.
That's a long episode name. Yeah, that's a long one. That's where we kind of got into Colin Kaepernick stuff also. That's where that whole thing started.
Good episode.
That was a good episode.
He actually told me I had some good questions.
He had some good questions. Aaron is throwing darts right now. That's what he's doing. He's throwing darts.
Hey, I got a good question thing from Holly.
I got two from Keith.
What are you, a retard from Keith, I think.
No, never heard of that game.
That game is no longer exists anymore. By the way. They closed the studio.
Out of business, huh?
Yeah.
That's tough. But yeah, that's my favorite episode. I thought Michael Hawley was always someone that I really looked up to as a sports, broadcasting figure or a sports analyst, whatever, radio personality. But I've met him before. Rich Keefe was someone that I thought, like you said, like he connects with our age group.
Well, he's our age.
Yeah, right.
He's 32, 33?
33, yeah.
Also,
yeah. 30, something like that.
I had never listened to Hashtag Dork prior to that interview. I am now a gigantic Hashtag Dork fan.
Yeah, that's a great podcast.
That'd be a guy to get on.
I actually like.
I'd love to have him on my
Ryan
show.
Davey.
Yeah.
I reached out to him. He said he might do a 4-star sports bar review.
Really?
Yeah, he lives in Connecticut.
So that's right. Yeah.
So I was like,
I like the entire Triforce, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the Mech and Goo and the boxers and them. Yeah.
If we could make it a quad force, I would.
I would like that a lot. And every time we get a big guest, we always forget to ask him, like, hey, when you're done with your contract, you want to be a part of the network? Like, we missed out.
I don't think we could call it a quad force, and I think actually me saying that might have just ruined our chances of joining them.
Yeah,
because it's not a real thing.
Not a real thing, but. Whatever, we'll make it work. But that's my favorite episode.
And his fuck was the best.
Yes, which is going to go to my favorite quote.
Okay, I won't say it then because it was just hilarious.
We're going to go to favorite quotes. That's going to be our nominees. I'll start this thing off. While Aaron had Mike Hawley on the horn and on the hook about the Marry Fuck Kill, I was typing a tweet or DM to Rich Keefe and said, hey, Michael Hawley just said he wants to marry you. I would love if you would come on and respond to that. So he did. He said, yeah, sure, that's hilarious. So he says, yeah, he comes on the show. Gets to be time. Aaron, we
nervous again.
The old bait and switch. We kind of lure him in like, oh yeah, hashtag dork stuff and WEI and ha ha ha. Hey, by the way, so we did this tournament, right? And you got to marry fuck Kel, whatever. But he already knew. He knew what he was getting into. And as he starts explaining it, he says we got the three people. It was Christian Fourier, Lou Maloney, and Michael Hawley would be your counterpart. He says, well, never mind. I don't want to be too graphic. And I'm like, no, if you want to say,
we get weird.
We're fine. Yeah, we get real weird here. It's like, no, if you want to say you want to fuck that guy, you can say you want to fuck that guy. Whatever. He's, well, no, can I power bottom? And I was like, yeah, I mean, it's up to you. I think me and you both were kind of say, like, yeah, like it's your choice. However, fits you
want to take
this. And he says to me, or not to me, but he says on the phone, I need to be in control. And that little detail about being on the bottom and in control
is an Adonis.
Oh my God.
And I want to be a power
I love that. Maloney, handsome devil, but let's be honest, Christian Fourier, he's like an Adonis.
I don't know what power bottom means, but I always thought if you were the power bottom, that you were doing a lot of the work while getting boned in the butt. Like it was you getting boned in the butt, doing a lot of the thrusting.
Yeah, right. So you're in control.
You're in control of what's happening.
You're controlling
I just thought in general, most straight men would not want to be the one
boned in the butt.
But
he wants to be in control.
But
that's
I be in control and boned in the butt.
He did preface it and say Christian's an Adonis. Like he's a good looking man. Obviously, he's a big, muscular man. I'm not going to be.
I'm not trying to insinuate anything about Rich Keefe.
No.
I'm just saying.
Married.
Married man. Happily married.
It was a confusing sentiment to me.
Right, yeah.
Maybe I am just wrong in my interpretation of the word power bottom.
I think in certain situations what you say is 100% accurate. Or it has to be in the butt.
Yeah.
Right. But you can also, I mean, for a man, sure. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. I mean, there's not another option.
Could you technically be on the bottom but still be the guy doing the banging?
The banging. That's
what I mean?
Yes.
So
like a
guys
like
on
a cowboy
top,
position.
situation.
Yeah.
You're up and in
Then
it.
you would be the power bottom.
Right.
So
And
maybe that is what he was implying.
That's how I envisioned it.
Yep.
but
You
I know
envisioned it.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
in your head.
It
You
happened.
pictured it.
Yeah, it happened.
Keith and-
Keith and Christian Fourier.
That is interesting.
I pictured there's.
Why is the table lifting up, Dave?
I've seen
This is weird.
Well, I've seen worse.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
All right, Joe. What do you got for your favorite quote?
My favorite quote is this sounds very conceited, but my LeBron James balk talk
That was one of my
rant
favorites too.
where I wanted to balk talk everything.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact quote. Is like, I want to balk talk LeBron James for not putting a comma between Steph Curry and bum.
Because it looked like
Because
you
it
said
looked like he
Steph
was
Curry,
talking
you
about
bub.
Steph Curry being a bum. I want to balk talk Donald Trump, and I wanted to balk talk everything.
Right. That was a good one.
That was episode 40. I don't remember the name of the episode, but it's we do care about you.
Yeah, we obviously care about you.
We obviously care about
We
you.
obviously care about you.
So
Yeah.
go listen.
There's
to
not
that.
a whole lot to that episode. It's a lot of fast forwarding.
Yeah, but
we
what
did
is
stop at that
what
moment.
is very
It's a
pronounced in that fast forwarding is my rant.
that
on,
moment. Yeah,
on LeBron James' tweet.
absolutely. What do you got for a favorite quote?
Power
Aaron?
bottom.
My favorite quote was from episode 43, where I asked Joe what his excuse was repeatedly.
Like maybe 100 times.
Maybe,
Yeah.
I'm taking
and
the
I,
over.
and
And every time I tried to give you an excuse, you would just repeat the word. What is your
excuse?
What is your excuse? And I was like, Aaron, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you what the
I'm
excuse
trying to
is.
give you the answer.
And my whole thing was, I just totally just stonewalled you and was like, Julian Edelman's not walking through that door.
Full Rick Pitino. Like, just embrace the Rick Pitino. Like, Larry Bird's not walking through that door. All right?
Yeah.
Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, they're not walking through that door. Hit you with the famous
It's been
Rick
6
Pitino line.
weeks.
Yeah.
It's been 6 weeks.
You're talking about three players. Three. That was Aaron was just on repeat.
Yeah, no, because you were talking about
The Giants.
the Giants, and I was
I
like, they
tried to
lost
say-
like 3 starting wide
I was
receivers.
like, you can add Brandon Marshall back.
Right. Yeah. That was a very.
Aaron was in full
He was in full
excuse
blown,
mode.
he
What
was
is your
in
excuse
full,
mode?
like Dave Dawson. I'm not having it.
The
No,
hate
I'm not having
eyes.
it.
The hate eyes
the hate eyes
from
were
Aaron.
out. Hate
He
eyes were
envisioned
out.
putting a cigarette out my forehead.
And there was just no. You couldn't say anything.
No.
There's
I was
nothing you
done.
can say that day.
No, there were
Like,
definitely
He body bagged me.
Right. Yeah. He did.
there were
He did.
definitely flames in my eyes.
Right. Yeah. It's like that Snapchat filter right now with the flames on the sunglasses. I don't know
Yeah.
if anyone's seen it.
I got body bagged.
Dated reference. You got body. Then that one, yeah, you did.
It was like
I've been
I
there.
got ran over by a truck.
We've all been there.
In the middle of my argument.
We've all been body bagged. That happens. Speaking of which, I have a new take on the water being wet thing.
God damn it.
We don't have to do it on here. We don't have to do it on here. But just it just came to me. It's. I think you'll like it. I think it's a good one.
The water is actually Kanye West.
Yes. He's
So
onto
then I'll
it.
never want to go
If
in
you're
the
in
water
Kanye
again.
West, are you wet?
Right. If you power bottom Kanye West, are you wet?
Okay.
All
This
right.
is
So
Steve.
you
have
said
been,
it. You
have
said
been
it.
lately. You
said
have just
it.
been. Here's the line right here, and Dave's just going. He's
Jumping over.
just rocketing
I've been-
right past.
I've been wildly confrontational and like.
Are you
trolling.
okay? Is
I
everything
haven't-
okay at home?
I thought so, but I felt
He's
it.
really like, you know what it is? He's riding like a crazy like high right now. He's
Like
so
cocaine.
no.
Oh.
He's just naturally pumped. Well, no,
he doesn't know it.
You know what it
He
is?
doesn't know
Why
it.
itch
No,
your teeth?
it's
Why
not
itch your
that.
teeth, Dave?
You know what
It's
it is?
weird.
It's fucking Mountain Dew Code Red. This
Yeah,
motherfucker.
it's the holiday blast,
Yeah,
holiday brew.
He does not stop.
Oh, that's why when I came in, Dave was in the stairwell with his arm tied off and a
Yeah.
Code Red thing half empty.
I have an IV bag of the holiday
He's
brew.
freebasing Mountain Dew.
But no, he's super stoked for this weekend. So
Yeah, no, yeah, I have been.
he's
like,
riding
full,
that like crazy high from it.
just I'm like
Saturday
go,
he's
go,
gonna
go mode.
crash.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like,
Oh, so I'm telling you, when I did the event in Niantic, I got home and I was like, I am so tired. Like,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
I sat at a table and talked to people all day. Like,
It's
not that
exhausting,
hard.
though. To be
But
honest,
yeah, yeah.
sitting at a table is exhausting.
that's what we do.
Have you ever heard Joe's fantasy field goal? That's me sitting at a desk. I can't stop yawning the entire time I'm recording.
Right.
The whole fantasy field goal is like, I think you should start.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I was over this weekend.
Pick him up, play him. So those are your nominees. So we're going to put them up on Facebook poll the old-fashioned way.
Sir.
And next week we'll have the double header episode, like we did our first
short
time.
Hall of Fame
little short
inductee.
cast Hall of Fame inductee episode, and then our regular podcast.
Is it okay if I if I become like KG and just, or KD, and just like make a bunch of different
burner accounts?
Yeah.
That's true. Did you see him and DeMarcus Cousins getting into it last night?
No.
He was like, I want to fight. Like, whatever, like, you want to fight him. Everyone's like, the biggest lie in NBA history is that Kevin Durant wanted to fight Boogie Cousins. Like, no, you didn't.
No,
You're
don't.
crazy. And
I've seen Boogie Cousins eat a human being. Kevin Durant would be the second one.
Right. And then he'd just be eating a cupcake. You know what I mean? Like, that's all that is. So there's a really funny meme of Kevin Durant sitting at his locker on his phone, and it has the quote, "Yo, did y'all see Kevin Durant go after Boogie?" Attributed to KD Trey 5. That's really good. That's
I know we have to name this episode like Hall of Fame episode 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
But it started from the bottom. Now in Oklahoma would be a great episode.
That's a good point. It could be Hall of Fame episode number 2 in parentheses. Started at the bottom. Now we're in Oklahoma.
All right,
there you go. Done deal.
I'm gonna put that here. I'm gonna put that right here.
Yep.
You can do with it what you want.
Yep. Just let me know what you think about it. So let's
transition into actual podcast stuff.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Let's do that.
We're gonna hit the music again. What do we?
Yeah, I don't know. No, what do we do?
No.
What do we do here? This is weird. Here we go.
To me, all you gotta do is make a decision. That's it.
Take a look inside my crystal ball.
I won again.
All you gotta do is make a decision. That's it.
Take a look inside my crystal ball.
Wait, I didn't win.
You're
trying to say I didn't win?
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay. I guess that's enough.
Yep. This guy.
Oh, that fucking guy.
Oh, Ben. Ben won.
No. Aaron won.
Oh, okay.
Aaron won the week.
Just do the Razor Ramon.
Yeah, just like he's just ferociously pointing at himself with 2 thumbs.
Sorry, Ben.
It's a tough week for Ben Field Goal.
Yep. He picked the Redskins for every game. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah. The Ramskins. They're gonna win every week. So we're gonna do this one a little bit on the fly here, but real quick while Aaron does this, we will touch back on the Patriots game. What did you think? Couple moments where it felt like the Patriots were melting, like the Brady blow up. Not the biggest deal. I don't care about.
I have a huge problem with this narrative about the Brady blow up.
Yeah,
like if this was another player, maybe of a different color of skin,
right? Which is
that it would be some huge thing if it happened.
Right.
That's just no.
I think it all has to do with success and reputation.
And I know it started from OBJ's tweet. Like, if it was OBJ, yeah, it would be because he has a blow up every game.
Right. Yep.
You know what I mean?
I think it's reputation. And
Phillip Rivers has a full on meltdown every week, and he's never talked about.
Right. Right. I have no problem with it, but is that because he's white?
Also, I have no like. Why is this a
thing?
They
just made their point.
Oh, Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
Well, they don't talk, but Brady is talked about.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Right. Right. This is a big story.
This has been big story. Like they're talking about it.
Yeah.
Your whole point is that it never gets talked about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both times he's blown up, it was like Sports Center news deal.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
I mean, you're talking about 2 blowups in like an almost 20-year career.
Right. Yeah. Yep. It's not a deal.
And the thing is, people who aren't Patriots fans, they're like, well, he's disrespecting a coach. I was like, no, you got to understand the dynamic. Right. Brady is practically a coach.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
they are almost equals. Like, I understand, like, you're like, but now he's setting a bad precedent because, no, he's not. Right. Everyone on that team knows they aren't Tom Brady.
Right.
You know what I mean? He can do stuff that everyone else can't.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
It's just what it is.
Right. And it may send a bad message. I do agree with that. Because if you're some young buck, you know what's really funny about this, though, is Brian Hoyer was the same guy that covered Bill O'Brien and Brady when they had their argument. Remember, he came and opened his jacket so the camera couldn't catch him. Brian Hoyer, again on the sidelines, I think he makes Brady a little crazy. Because his 2 blow-ups in 18 years with Brian Hoyer at backup. You know what I mean? And it's both a bad throw or bad read And then basically the offense coordinator saying, "Hey man,"
he chirps it.
Yeah, right. And then it just says like, "Hey, you got to hit the other guy, or he shouldn't have made that throw." And he's like, "No shit," loses his mind.
The thing is, they make it sound like they disagreed, or was that Brady just angry at himself and snapping at the coach? But you know what I mean? That's not arguing with the coach.
The thing is that no one is taking Brady's side either.
Yeah.
Like, the way that Beckham said it was like, everyone's like, oh, man, look at Brady, so fiery. True, a little bit of that leadership, and there's hero worship there. Yeah, but everyone says, like, yeah, McDaniels was right. Dorsett was wide open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, also, Brady's right.
We don't know what he said.
Right.
There's not like a mic'd up thing where
there's
we
no
know
mic'd up. Someone
Brady
said that he told him, you missed Dorsett.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about what McDaniels said.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure that is what he said. He was wide open.
Right.
But I think you can actually see him mouth wide open.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But no one knows what Brady said back to him.
Right.
Brady could have said, yeah, no shit.
Right.
Like,
because that's what he said to Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
Because when with Bill O'Brien's deal, Tyquan Underwood cut across the baseline or the back of the goal line and didn't step towards the ball when didn't come back to it. So Brady threw it short, thinking he was going to come back, like kind of down to him. Got cut. He just rode the goal line.
Yeah.
And as they're walking to the sideline, Brady's telling him, you got to come to the ball, And Bill O'Brien told him, he says, "Hey, don't yell at him. That's your fault. That's a bad read. That's your fault." And then he turns and he just says, "No shit, it's a bad throw."
Yeah.
They're like, "No, I know that, but if he came back towards me, we would have been fine or whatever." And then that's what that one. So I'm assuming completely that it's a similar thing. You know what I mean?
To me, that's not arguing with the coach. That's agreeing with the coach, but just being angry at yourself.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and everyone knows how hard Brady is on himself.
Yeah.
With, every time he throws a pick, and he's all pissed or whatever. Do you need someone telling you, like, "Hey, you missed that play"?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know. I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I hear you.
Could you not see that situation going down exactly like this? Tom, you missed that. Dorsett was wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck off. Like, I fucking know.
Right.
Dude, you don't have to yell at me. Like,
Right.
and then they jar back and forth.
That's exactly it. Like,
that's probably the whole fucking conversation.
You don't need to yell at me. You don't need to tell me. I know I missed it. Whatever.
I know.
Okay. All right. And then the very next drive, they're sitting next to each other, looking at photos. It's not like that it caused a rift for the game.
People are making a mountain out of a molehill.
The worst. It just felt like an odd game at the end of it where
Tom Brady went 21 for 30 with 258 yards and an interception.
Right.
He can throw for a touchdown.
By the way, fuck that interception, because that was 100% pass interference.
That is a bullshit pick.
Yeah, there was no way that's not. And the thing is, it's one of those throws, and Tom does this, and it's and like I said, I get so fucking infuriated when he throws an interception.
Yeah.
And he does this a lot, where he'll throw a bullshit pass that's clearly not a good pass,
right?
Just to draw attention to the fact that his player is getting held, or it's pass interference.
But when you don't get the call.
Yeah, but when you don't get a call, and now it's just a pick. And it should have been, like, he got molested from the moment he left the line.
Yeah.
How they didn't throw a flag on that.
Right.
That and the phantom call, offensive pass interference.
Crazy.
For Gronk.
I don't blame him for being as frustrated as he was. Yeah, I don't blame him at all.
It made no sense.
The play's dirty, like what he did to get suspended. It's a dirty play.
Yeah, no.
I have no problem with him being suspended for it.
And I haven't seen a Pats fan say he shouldn't be suspended.
There's 5 people that voted that said no. And I'm like, well, unless you're saying he deserved a year or whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
I said it before, I'll say it again. I would have been happy if they suspended him to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
There's no better way to keep a healthy Gronk than not letting him play.
Yeah. I think there's a couple.
And keep him out of Vegas.
Right, yeah.
Well, yeah, don't let him take any vacation.
Right. There's a couple of real important details about that play, too. Like, you look at your Pittsburgh guy, Juju
Schuster-Smith.
I didn't see this play, but I understand he's, like, in trouble for something.
Clobbered Vontaze perfect. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. Led with the crown of his helmet, caught him right in the chin, stood over him and flexed while he's like rolling around, like basically unconscious. And then Burfict finally starts to gather himself, tries grabbing the ankle of Schuster-Smith, whatever, and tries to like pull him back towards him, but then he just steps and everyone kind of separates him. In a play, it was a crackback block, you know what I mean? It was a play to the right, he came back, laid him out, Hines Ward style, you know what I mean? Like just like one of those.
Illegal now.
Illegal, Right, illegal. I don't know if I think he got flagged for taunting because he stood over him. I don't know if the actual hit.
Yeah, but the combination
he led
of
with
both
his head.
Yeah,
the combination of both of those.
Right.
What's his name's paying his fine?
Antonio Brown?
Yeah.
He only got fined?
Yeah.
No, he's getting suspended and fined.
Oh, they announced he's getting suspended?
I thought him and the corner. And there's, I guess, a corner that got involved.
Yeah.
Or no, he hit Brown, right?
Yeah.
So two guys are...
So, yeah, the worst part was Antonio Brown. Juju Smith-Schuster's trying to say, is that it? Juju Smith-Schuster? Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. He's doing an interview, and he's trying to say, like, I didn't mean for that to happen. It's just spur of the moment. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make a blog. And in the background, Antonio Brown goes, that's karma. That's karma. Because it's Vontaze Burfict.
Yeah.
He's like, it's karma.
Oh, yeah.
And just screaming it. And Juju's like, don't mind him. And he's like, you could hear it, like, hey, can you not, like, get me in more trouble here? You know what I mean? Like, Antonio Brown's like, that's called karma. He's like, in the background, I'm like, oh, man. But
I'm real happy with Juju Smith-Schuster and the fact that he had a terrible game because it got me into the playoffs in one of my leagues.
Nice, perfect.
You know who was monster this week?
Who's that?
Burkhead.
Yeah, big week.
I played him in my fantasy league.
But my problem with the Gronk thing, we'll go back into the game too, but my problem with the Gronk thing is that there's a lot of details that, like, the whistle wasn't blown yet. It's a late hit. I'm not saying it wasn't. The guy was obviously out of bounds. He was obviously touched down. But play to the whistle. That's what your coach, you know what I mean? Like, keep on the whistle, not blown. And reputation, again, same thing with the Brady situation. Reputation matters. And a guy like, if Vontaze Burfict made that hit, he should be suspended for more than a game than a guy like Rob Gronkowski because it's his first offense. True, he threw Sergio Brown out of the club in Indianapolis, but that was a legal football play where he just blocked him, and then threw him, and then got unnecessary roughness when he threw him, picked him up and threw him when they were already out of bounds.
I'm gonna have a field day on Facebook now.
Yeah.
Juju Smith. The whole narrative with Gronk getting suspended was that if it was a black player, they would have got suspended longer.
Right.
Juju Smith-Schuster got suspended for one game, not 2 games, and repealed down to one. He got suspended for one game.
Right.
He appealed. They already denied it.
Right.
So he's already suspended.
Gronk got denied too.
Yeah. And my thing was, they probably suspended those other guys 2 games with the idea that they would appeal it and bring it down to 1.
That, and I think it's really important that they got ejected. That they did something so bad that they got ejected from the game.
An actual fight.
Fist fight, right? Helmets off, fist fight, big deal. You know what I mean? I understand the Rob Gronkowski hit was as dirty as it gets. One of the dirtier plays I've seen.
It's upsetting
from a
that the
Patriot.
guy actually had got a concussion from it. Too.
Right, and it is a full blown people's elbow on the guy's head.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean, like back of the neck, back of the head. It's a horribly dirty play.
Yeah, no, it's like watching a nasty hit in like hockey.
It's very
you just watch it and you're like, ooh, that's not good. It's very
obviously a player letting his emotions get the best of him.
Right.
No, I get why you're upset.
Fumed up and dropped it. It's like,
and I get the adrenaline, but like I'm sorry, like Gronk being Gronk.
Yeah.
You gotta calm that down for 5 seconds. You realize where you are. That's the thing is like that's what New England preaches.
Right.
And you had this blow up.
Right. And it's all mental toughness in New England, and he cracked. And he's a young guy. First time it's happened to that level, but also like I take apologies seriously when you can tell how real they are and not. You know what I mean? And immediately it was very sincere sounding. I mean, because you get a guy that's like reading off a teleprompter or off a piece of paper. It's like fuck off.
Did you see how he walked off the field at the end of the game? Yeah, Gronk. He's
no, I
like,
didn't pay attention. No,
he was like laughing, messing with the fans, and stuff.
Right.
I think somebody yanked him aside and was like, "Yo."
Right.
You need to apologize, or this is going to get worse.
At the time, he might not have realized how big of a deal it was.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was just like, "Oh, the guy pissed me off," so I, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Later on,
no, because you see how he acted after the hit. Like you could tell when he was like people were like pulling him away and stuff.
Yeah,
you could tell like his body language was like, "Oh fuck, I fucked up."
Right. Yeah.
Especially
maybe not.
He might have also found out the guy has a concussion. You know what I mean?
Right.
True.
It could be, yeah. I mean, I don't know what the situation is, but I listened to that apology. I've listened to a lot of people apologize for a lot of things. I don't necessarily believe them. And he just came out and was very honest. Like, no, I lost composure. You know what I mean? Like, I was frustrated, and then Didn't make an excuse with it, just like, that's why I did it. And it's unacceptable, and I need to be better than that. I need to have my composure. And then said, why were you frustrated? Because I get called for everything. And he says, like, I get called for the craziest things in the world. And then they get to mug me all game. And they're like, is this a new thing? He says, it's been like that for 7 years. I play with a different set of rules, I guess. And he's obviously very bothered by that. And Tom
he's
Brady,
obviously correct.
Right, yeah. Like,
if
it's
you
not
watch
right.
any Patriots games,
Absolutely.
he gets called for the most offensive pass interferences
I've ever seen
any player ever.
Right.
And he gets penalized for being big, pretty much.
Right. It's like the reason why Brady's not going to win MVP. Because it's just, you have to, or Shaq. Shaq was the same in the NBA. Like, when people are so
or
dominant,
LeBron.
or
LeBron could win MVP every year.
Every year, right. And
you
it's
could
just,
make an argument.
Right. It's just, well, you're already that good. Like, whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I
whatever,
mean? Like, what do we need to keep doing this?
Brady could win MVP every year.
Right. Yep. And
for the most part.
And Grunk can get open on any play. You know what I mean? Like, he can get himself open. But then it's just like, but since he's bigger and stronger, that's like the Shaquille O'Neal effect, where since Shaq was so big and strong, when someone touched him, he was so strong he could go right through it. So it didn't look like a foul.
But it was still technically
technically foul. And then when he fouled someone, he could just be, at the time you could hip check in the NBA. He hip checks, or hand check, I'm sorry, not hip check. You could hand check in the NBA where you could put your hand on their hip, and he does it. He's so big and strong. He could stop somebody from moving. So all of a sudden someone goes up and it's just like, this big violent motion.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he's a fucking wall. You know what I mean? But it would look much worse. But it's like, no, that's just a hand check. Like, that's not illegal. But him being so strong and the bounce off effect of Shaq used to get calls against him all the time. So it's like that with Gronk, where, he can raise his elbow or put his arm up or whatever, and it looks like he's just this big animal
it just
that's
annoys
stopping
me.
people.
Like, you should very obviously be able to tell who's initiating contact.
Right.
Most of the guys that he's like, they make a big deal out of him. Like, they say he's pushing off. I'm like, he's 6'6", 6'7", 270 pounds of solid muscle. If he moves his arm against somebody that's 5'11", 195 pounds at the most, soaking wet, and what the hell, like, they're gonna move, if he fucking puts his arm out there.
And it's like Brady said during his Minahan, the morning show interview, where he says Gronk can outrun small guys, he can out physical big guys, he out physical small guys, and he outruns big guys. So he's like, he literally just can go any matchup. He can burn past some corners, you know what I mean? Because he's so big, his strides are so big that he gets good angles on them.
Yeah.
And then he can out physical linebackers or safety because of his strength, and he has better footwork. He's faster than those guys. He's like, he's just a matchup nightmare. And he's like, and it's crazy. He says and what's so nuts is, like, it's very obvious, like you said, but like the Patriots don't do a lot of, the refs do that, the refs do it, you know what I mean? But like, everyone's just been like, it's crazy. Like, he's getting robbed out there, and like everyone's
that
saying
Buffalo call, the one that they called him for offensive pass interference.
Yeah.
The dude, not only was there no extension of the arm, the corner is very obviously in zone defense, and just backs into his zone. Like, him and Gronk, he follows Gronk to a point. Gronk turns off the route and to run his route, and the corner just keeps backing into zone. It wasn't a push off. It was a corner going to play what he was supposed to play.
Yeah, he's just going where
and
he's
the
heading.
Pats just ran a good play against it. And they called it a push off, but it wasn't a push off. Like, he never, for a push off, you have to extend your arms. Just me.
The definition of push.
Me running into a corner.
But,
and him like making contact.
Yeah.
And then he just stumbles. That's not a push.
I will say this though, and I'm a big believer in this. I know Gronk's probably not sitting on the sidelines looking at his own stats.
Yeah.
He was targeted 11 times. He had 9 catches for 147 yards. At a certain point, I get it. Like, yes, you can't allow the refs to just like let you get mugged, but you have to at a certain point just look at it and go, they're gonna fucking call me on it at least once a game. Like, I don't want to say it's like when we had what's his name, the corner there that got called Browner.
Yeah.
Like, you just know it's gonna happen. He is that player because he is a Shaq. He is a dominant offensive force that when he moves, he's going to do that. Whether they like it or not. And defensive players, as much as they like to promote that they're the toughest fucking guys in the field, they are the first ones to take a fucking a a fucking bump and turn it into a freaking
like
you got
session,
thrown all out of hit by a truck.
Yeah,
just getting thrown.
Little Marcus Smart action.
Yeah, right. All right, let's get into the pick'em for this week.
Okay, so the Thursday night game.
Yep.
Saints at the Falcons.
Saints. I'm riding Alvin Kamara to a championship. That's my goal.
I'm going to go Saints also.
I'm going to go with the Saints as well.
Broken Falcons.
First game on Sunday, Colts at the Bills.
Bills. Oh, wait. Fuck, Tyrod got hurt.
Colts.
I'm going with Colts. Although Peterman came in versus the Pats.
Played really well.
Didn't play that bad.
Right, played well.
He didn't throw 5 interceptions. So anything, he's only started from the bottom. Now he's in Buffalo.
I'm going to go with the Colts as well. Vikings at the Panthers.
I'm going to go 2001 Patriots.
2001 New England Patriots, a.k.a. the Minnesota Vikings.
And I also just really don't like betting on that Panthers team. So
they're so up and down.
Right.
Cam Newton is fucking...
What happened to that MVP? Huh?
He shouldn't have won MVP that year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, best record in football, most total touchdowns.
You know what? I'm going to go with
Brady was a better quarterback.
He's a better quarterback, yeah.
I'm going to go with the Panthers at home.
Yeah.
I
don't hate that.
It's actually a good game.
It's not. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a blowout or anything like that.
Now I'm going to have teams that I just pick because I like 2001 Patriots.
Right, yeah.
Well, the fucking Eagles lost last week.
Woo! Yeah.
Hey, what did we say about the Eagles? We actually said it, didn't we?
I did.
On the podcast?
Didn't you pick them?
I probably did.
I think Dave was the one that didn't.
I think I said I think the Eagles are pretenders. I just think they still win this game.
Right.
But
yeah, we went over the fact that I think they're going to wind up 13-3.
Yeah.
And I said that that's one of their losses, and then they'll tank the last game.
They have to play the Rams too.
They have to play the Rams, and they might not tank that game now because the Rams are fucking 9-3.
Yeah.
They're only a game behind.
And I think the Rams could. I mean, like I said, I think they might be pretenders. The Eagles.
Who's 10-2 with them right now? Is it the Saints? No, it's not the Saints. No.
The Saints have 3 losses. Is it the Rams?
Is it the Rams?
Is it the Vikings?
Vikings.
Yeah.
Vikings. Yeah. Yep.
So,
AKA the 2001 Patriots.
Bears at the Bengals.
Oh, how do you feel about the Bengals?
I'm going with the Bears.
You're going to go with the Bears?
The Bears.
Well, that's funny.
You know,
what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
That's a book.
Before Dave decimates the Bengals, I'm going to go with the Bears too.
Little segment inception here.
What is that noise?
My phone was ringing. Don't call attention to it, Aaron.
No, it was consistent.
Okay,
it was consistent. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus Christ,
making me look like a fool here. No, my phone's ringing. The fucking Bengals. So we haven't done Bach Talk in a while, and they fit the bill this week. I do a pick'em league where you pay $5 a week. There's like 20 plus people in it, like 25 people. So there's like over $100 each week. Money carries over from week to week if no one hits the full pot. If you get all 6 right, you get the full pot. If you get 5 out of 6, you get half the pot. The other half rolls in. Pot this week was like $250, something like that. I was 5 for 5 heading into Monday Night Football. I had the Steelers to cover by 5 because I said I really want them to lose this game, but if they're going to win, I might as well bet on them. You know what I mean? Try to make some money out of this. They had to cover by 5 points. They get blown out early. I'm like, God damn it. This sucks. And then I wake up in the morning and the fucking Steelers win the game. Blows dicks as a Patriots fan that they win the game. But they didn't cover the 5 points even. So now I get like $12 because I split half the pot with fucking 5 other guys. And the Steelers are 10-2.
Yep.
Because the fucking Bengals.
Yep.
Fire Marv Lewis.
How does he still have a job?
It's insane. We talked about that before where I said that it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago on the pick'em. I said the Bengals are going to lose this game and he's going to get fired this year. Like just a little kicker bet, I guess. He can't make it into next year. No way.
Probably is.
He hasn't had like a playoff season in like 7 years.
Yeah,
and when he does make the playoffs, they always lose.
They get.
Remember, like
totaled.
3 or 4 years ago, they were like 8-1, and they made the playoffs, and they got just ripped apart in there. Yeah.
So does that mean you're picking the Bengals to win, Dave?
Who are they playing? The Bears?
The Bears. And it's in Cincy.
I'll go Bengals.
That's a tough pick. I picked the Bears because Vontaze Burfict might not play this game, and that might be huge for
means a lot.
For the run game.
Yeah. I'll go Bengals.
All right. So my favorite game of the week, the Packers at the Browns.
Packers
been playing well lately.
Yeah. And the Browns
have not been.
Yeah, so.
But Josh Gordon's back, played well.
Yeah.
8 catches, 79 yards, something like that, right?
The thing about that is it just comes at the expense of another receiver. So, like, Corey Coleman was playing really well. Mm-hmm. And then Josh Gordon came back, and now Josh Gordon just plays really well. Corey Coleman just kind of sits on the other side.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like the Browns...
Because they don't have a quarterback they can utilize both.
Yeah, can support 2 good receivers. So it doesn't really help their offense at all. It just makes it run through one other receiver.
Picked up Josh Gordon, get to keep him for a 10th round pick next year.
That's not a bad pickup in fantasy.
Right,
congrats on Josh Gordon. I think he's actually... I'm buying in now.
That he's in.
New stories come out like every week about how awful he used to be. So
he made, what was it, $4,000 a month in college selling weed.
Yeah, he
really
crazy.
He used to do a shot. He used to do shots before every game. He's never stepped on an NFL field sober or college field sober.
It's crazy.
I mean, it makes sense. There's a lot of guys that are like that.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It's crazy.
Alcohol problem.
Right.
No, but I don't know how many guys I knew. And I'm not going to mention any names on here.
Do it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but like how many guys? No, but how many guys I knew that played?
Bigelow.
No, how many guys I knew that played football? They had to get high before they went on the field.
Right.
And I'm like, how?
Performance-enhancing drugs.
Well, in my head, I'm like, no
Williams.
fucking no secret here. It doesn't motivate me to go hit somebody.
Right? Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now.
I just want to sit on the couch.
Yeah, I want to lay down and watch a movie.
Yeah, really. I'm gonna go Packers.
I am going to go the Browns. This is going to be my week, baby.
This might be
the least shocking pick of all time.
Yeah. This might be the week.
This
I don't
is my
hate
week.
you for that. Isaiah Crowell's been playing better.
Yeah, the Browns suck dick.
And Josh Gordon's back, so a little two-headed monster there.
Okay, so the next game is the 49ers at the Texans.
49ers.
Jimmy G train, baby.
I'm betting them the rest of the year.
It really sucks that the 49ers were forced to start him.
Yeah,
because they would have gladly tanked the rest of the year and gotten the pick. Now they're just going to play themselves out of a pick.
That and the Patriots now are going to wind up with like the 37th pick or 39th pick as opposed to the 33rd or 34th. Well? Yeah. Because, they win games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then they're not going to be the second pick.
Oh, that too, yeah. Fuck, I didn't even think about that.
I think the 49ers are a bunch of dogs. I think the Texans are going to win this.
Yeah.
In Houston.
I think Jimmy G
no
goes for
Houston,
3 touchdowns.
We have a problem. His name is Jimmy G.
Right.
So
Jimmy G's done it before. I don't know why you keep thinking he drew 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's thrown 1.
Yeah, in fucking 29 pass attempts.
He's thrown 1.
That's
and he was damn good. I don't want to hear that. The Chicago Bears
an interception.
The Chicago Bears defense. The Chicago Bears defense.
And
he had a very similar stat line to Tom Brady.
They had the exact same QB rating. It's like 86.3 or whatever.
That's horrible.
Jimmy Garoppolo. Fuck off.
That's horrible.
The Chicago Bears defense is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Yeah. You said that last week.
It might be
so
better.
is he the new GOAT? The way you guys are talking about him? He's the new GOAT?
He's the future.
GOAT Rapolo.
I like Jimmy G.
That's what I call him.
There you go. I like him.
All right.
I like Jimmy G.
Actually, look up 49er fan reaction to Jimmy G play.
Yeah.
You would think his 5 field goal game was like Brady's comeback in the Super Bowl.
My buddy texts me and says, again, I want to thank you guys for the gift of Jimmy G.
Yeah.
I was like, no problem.
It's like,
he's a lifelong Niners fan.
There's
Loves
one
it.
49ers fan on YouTube.
Yeah.
You have to look this up.
I'll check it out.
He's like, I want to thank the Patriots. We have our franchise quarterback. I was like, you guys saw one game. He didn't score a touchdown.
Right.
He didn't throw for a touchdown.
That's probably going to be his worst game of the year.
I mean, I think he's honestly going to be a good quarterback. But they're like, we found our franchise quarterback. Thank the Patriots for letting us rob Jimmy Garoppolo. I was like, you realize we still have Tom Brady. It's like,
we're fucked
we
now.
gave you our backup quarterback. Like he was our backup.
Hey,
no, but the way people talk about him is he was gonna be the next Tom Brady for the Patriots.
It's like I have a rake, and then I have another rake,
right?
And then I gave you a rake for money
for a shovel.
But guess what? I still have a rake,
right. And I need the shovel.
So the next game, is the Raiders at the Chiefs.
Raiders.
I don't know. The Chiefs kind of bounced back.
Oh, they did. Fuck, you're right. I thought they lost that game again.
Wait, who did they play? They might have lost the game.
No.
They did. They lost the game to the Jets.
To the Jets. They
but the Chiefs' offense actually put up points.
Alex Smith also got away with a 70-yard run.
Well,
and Kareem Hunt's pretty dead.
Kareem Hunt, yes, pretty dead.
He's pretty.
Alex Smith scored me 50 points in my fantasy league.
Pretty close to dead.
50 fucking.
I'm going with the Raiders.
I'm going Raiders.
Derek Carr sucks dick. I'm going with the Chiefs.
I'm going. You got Mark Cooper back or Crabtree back?
Yeah, he was
suspended. Did you guys see for one game. Peters?
Throw
Peters,
the flag.
Throw the flag.
Yeah, threw him to the fan. The one fan was like, in my head, I'm like, your team's already losing. Take the flag and run.
Hey, get the hell out of here.
Hey, get out of there. Yeah. And then the guy's just standing there. I'm like, security's going to grab you. They can see you on camera.
Yeah. What a dumb move, because there was more than 2 minutes left. They could have drove down the field, tied the game, and needed Marcus Peters.
To keep them out of the end zone. Yeah.
And they fucking kicked him out of the game. I was like, what a dummy. I mean, I get it's a funny move. It was good. It was cool, but I'm just like, you idiot. They might need
Stupid
you.
on his part.
Can we talk about how the Jets are fucking up
everything that they're doing?
Even tanking.
Right.
They can't even tank right.
The goddamn Jets.
Do they know that they're supposed to lose?
I don't get it. McCown
you
played
can't
real well.
force guys to like.
Yeah, you can. You play Bryce Petty.
Yes,
you don't.
But
you trade away Josh McCown after 4 games, and you play Bryce Petty.
Yeah,
they're not gonna. They're gonna let him sit for the whole season.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and then they're gonna keep winning, and then they're gonna be like, "Well, what the hell? We got the 13th pick," and just be like, "Well, you did it to yourself."
And you know what they'll do? They'll draft like a defensive tackle or something that they need.
And just clog them. I don't even know if they need. That's what they always draft.
They'll take some kids
but they've
from
traded
Wyoming.
away
They'll
most
take
of
the
those
quarterback
kids.
from Wyoming.
They need to keep
later in the draft.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So the Lions at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Stafford hurt.
He's got a hand injury.
Yeah, broken hand.
Did you see what's his name making fun of Winston?
Eating the W?
Yeah. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
As much as I hate him, Flacco.
Yeah.
Because I think
that's awesome.
He did it after the game. He literally redid it, and it was hilarious.
That's Fuck Joe Flacco, but that's awesome.
I don't necessarily dislike Joe Flacco. I just think he's not that good.
No, I don't have
any problem with him.
I mean, he's on
one
the
of the
Ravens.
sports groups I'm in is just all Ravens fans, and they're just like,
oh, Teresa used to be like that.
Yeah.
I'd have to tell her like, he's not Tom Brady.
They scored 44 points.
She's slowly backing off of that.
Right? They scored 44 points. I think this week.
Yeah.
They put up a lot of points.
They did.
And one of the first posts in the group was like, "Oh, I almost started to think that Flacco wasn't better than Tom Brady, but now I'm back." And I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
See, I don't think Tom Brady's the greatest of all time, but I also don't
Aaron,
think...
We're going to have this discussion one day, and I don't want to do it today.
I don't even want to have it.
Eventually, we are going to do
the conversation.
Eventually, we're going to do a Dave Speaks where it's just me and you tag in and tag out against Aaron.
Okay.
Yeah, because no one else has my back. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. I want everyone that thinks Tom Brady's the GOAT to tag in. Like I want MJ, Kevin, me, Joe. Like everyone's
everyone that listens to this podcast that doesn't think Tom Brady is the GOAT.
Yeah.
To contact us so that we can decimate you as well. So we could just get rid of the entire opinion.
Right. Just shred it.
Yep.
Let's just get it
okay.
over with.
Did I pick one?
No, nobody did because I'm waiting on all you guys.
What was the game?
The Lions at the Buccaneers.
I think the Buccaneers suck.
Stafford's got a broken hand. Just started all over again.
I think the Buccaneers suck, so I'm going with the Lions.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing too. Although I don't like Abdullah possibly being out and...
They have Theo
Stafford.
Riddick. It's like the same person.
Yeah. But that's it. Like, I like
Zach Zenner.
He didn't last week, right?
Zach Zenner?
He sat last week, right?
Well, yeah, because everyone's healthy. But I mean,
no one's healthy. The only running back they have was Riddick last week.
Oh well,
I was hurt.
I don't get it.
But I do like Zach Zenner though.
I just think the Buccaneers
are not.
And want another coach that should be fired.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you doing for me? Nothing.
It's true.
I don't know. I'm going to take the Bucks to see if I can sneak a win out.
There you go. This guy's doing math over here. Fucking going back to previous sheets. Like, okay,
Carry the A.
How many?
PEMDAS,
What's the total record right now? I need one more point.
Cowboys at the Giants.
Eli's back.
Coach is gone.
Coach is gone. Jerry Reese is gone. I'm going to go Giants.
I'm going Cowboys.
A little revenge game.
Have you seen that?
At New York or Jersey, whatever.
Yeah, it's in.
Have you seen that picture going around of the last 6 drafts for Jerry Reese and players that are still in the NFL?
No.
It's he has drafted 6 people in the last 6 drafts that are still in the NFL.
Wow. Yikes.
I mean,
I'm talking
not
about
to be an
full
asshole.
drafts too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not to be an asshole. I mean, I'm sure it's double digits, but some of the drafts the Patriots have had, some of those players that they've taken flyers on, those guys aren't in the league anymore.
Yeah, but to only have out of those 6, only 2 of them are still in the Giants.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the Patriots draft picks lately, a lot of them, the past 5 years,
have been
3 from 3 years ago. No, but I'm talking from 3 years ago.
Yeah.
They're all on other teams.
I feel like
they've
the
traded
Pats have
them.
been hitting lately on a lot of their picks.
No, they have the ones that they ultimately deem worth keeping. They have.
Right. Yeah. That's true. It's a lot of offensive line guys. And
offensive line, defensive line, yeah, and also
the Roberts, the Andrews,
and safeties.
Yeah,
Harmon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Random
Has
guys.
anyone ever offered Scarnecchia a head coaching job?
Not that I know of.
Why?
I don't know if offensive line coaches get a ton of.
I know.
But here's the thing: is
but if anyone has seen the way he's turned around offensive line,
but there's guys that in their head they're like, listen, I get to focus on what I love, and that's offensive line play. And I'm good at it.
Yeah.
Then he becomes an offensive coordinator, and now he's got to deal with the head coach yelling at him the whole time instead of just the offensive coordinator.
Right.
And then he's got to also, and then once you become the head coach, now you got to worry about all facets of the game.
The Peter principle. You get promoted until you're no longer competent.
Okay.
It's an ideology that people get promoted above their level of competency.
So I took the Cowboys. Titans at the Cardinals.
I'm going to go Titans. I think they're fighting for the playoff spot.
Titans at the Cardinals. Blaine Gabbert has 300 yards passing. Cardinals win.
Ooh. If you're wrong about Blaine Gabbert, you don't get the point. How about that?
Nope, that doesn't count.
It's kind of like the when he picked the Redskins, and it was the Rams versus somebody else.
Yeah, it was like Rams Falcons.
No, it's nothing like that because Blaine Gabbert actually plays for the Cardinals.
So I'm gonna take the Titans. Jets at the Broncos. I'm gonna take the Jets.
Jets at the Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos are broken.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're really bad.
They lost to Miami 35. It's 35 to 7.
So bad.
35 to 3. It was awful. I know that. I'm taking the
Jets.
The Jets too. And the thing is, the Jets are dumb to do that. But
Redskins at the Chargers.
Chargers are going to win that division, so I'm going with the Chargers.
I will buddy up with you. Chargers.
Their defense has really kind of clicked lately.
Yeah.
That kid Joey Bosa, man.
He's nasty.
Yeah, Chargers. It kills me because their secondary is really good too. Yeah, their safety play is really good.
And the thing is, they almost fucked that up. Remember the Joey Bosa situation where they didn't want to pay him his rookie bonus that all the rookies got.
Yeah.
Well, he was the last holdout of the first round.
Yeah, because they tried to fuck him.
That's true.
In a sexual way.
Seahawks at the Jags. You jump off your boys, Dave?
Hey, real quick, Russell Wilson is in the MVP conversation.
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone's noticing that.
Yeah.
No, there's
unreal year.
You know what's crazy though it's only a 2-man race when you talk to like
No, I know.
experts. I think the only ones that they talk about.
I think in 2 weeks, if Carson Wentz loses a game or two here, I think it'll be Russell Wilson or Brady.
Like I don't think that
because Russell Wilson is having a sneaky good season, really good season.
I actually don't think there's any way Brady wins MVP unless he balls the fuck out the last couple games. Like he actually
this week
Patriots have to play with the best, or they have to finish with the best record, and he has to have like the most yards. And
the
most
thing
touchdowns.
Is, I think he.
And then it's like
last week didn't help.
The thing
him.
is, I think he would. It'll be a rare thing, a rare instance where they could actually finish with the best record and they still not give it to Tom Brady.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I don't know who it was that I've heard a couple times. I think I heard Michael Irving say it on WEI when he came on for an interview. He was talking about how he's like, it is Brady and Wentz. He goes, I'd give it to Wentz just because Brady's already got one. And I was like, that's how most people look. And he goes, that's how. And he even said, he goes, that's how most people are probably going to vote on it anyway.
Right. He's the shiny toy.
Because he's the guy that you haven't seen do it yet. You know Tom Brady's going to win a Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah, but that's nonsense because that's not how you're supposed to do it.
Once again, this is why I don't think these type of awards at the end of the day matter that much.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Seahawks at the Jags, gentlemen.
That's a real tough one.
Is your MVP candidate gonna win?
Yeah, but the Jags pass defense is just so good. Yes. And the Seahawks, one thing they can't do is run, and that's how you beat. That's how you beat the Jags.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna say the Jags win. I don't like that.
I'm going with the Jags too. And the thing is, like the Seahawks defense, it's not like the Seahawks defense looks all that great.
Right.
Okay. Eagles at the Rams.
I think the Rams win this.
Yeah, I'm with you. Rams win too. I agree. Real quick. Russell Wilson, 3,256 yards, 26 touchdowns, 8 picks. Tom Brady, 3,600, 32 yards, 26 touchdowns, 4 picks. Carson Wentz, 3,005 yards, 29 touchdowns, 6 picks. Russell Wilson's in there.
Russell Wilson has 32 passing touchdowns or combined?
26. He has 3,256 yards.
Oh.
26 touchdowns, 8 picks.
All right. Brady has the same amount of touchdowns?
Same touchdowns, half the picks, 400 more yards.
But the thing is,
Carson Wentz has 300 more yards than Brady.
If you're going by...
I'm sorry.
This is the thing with the MVP.
3 touchdowns.
Is it actually the most valuable player to the team? Because if it is, it's Russell Wilson.
Right.
Because if Russell Wilson's not on the Seahawks, they're awful.
They have nothing. Right. Yep.
Especially this year with their defense gone.
Right.
Like he right now is the most valuable player to their team.
To that point, I think this year the way the offense had been running and had been trying to figure out it's essentially, hey, our running backs are going to be our slot receivers this year.
Right.
I don't think if Brady went down, I think your fucking season's toast.
I think so too.
As much as you guys think Jimmy G can do something, I don't think he can do it. I don't think he could.
I think Jimmy G could. He did. Like I watched him play.
No. He played
Tom Brady football. You know what I mean?
I'm talking about that's and not even to be stupid. That's with as Joe will say. That's with Julian Edelman.
Right. Yeah. He held all the tools. True. Yeah. Without Brady, this team is not in good shape.
Not at all.
You don't win a Super Bowl, if that's what you mean. But
I don't think you win the division.
If he goes out right now?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the beginning. I'm talking about if you don't have Tom Brady, you don't. Like Dave said, if you don't have Russell Wilson, you said you have Russell Wilson.
I think they go 9-7.
I don't think so.
I think they're like 8,
9-7.
Right.
Maybe. I'm not trying to downplay that much. I'm just thinking how horrible the defense was, and then you take the fact that Jimmy G doesn't have Edelman at the beginning of the season.
A lot of those early games you would lose.
Yeah.
But they might have very well started off 0-4.
But you have to think about Tom Brady leads the league in every category.
They beat Tampa Bay. They beat...
Yeah, but I don't think you beat some of those teams. You don't beat...
but you're going to... I think
you lose the Jets game.
You lose to the Saints. You lose to the Texans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You really would have a raw
you might have beat the Saints because they held them to 20 points. But You lose to the Texans.
You think Brian Hoyer would throw up 20 points with Brandon Cooks and
he might.
Maybe. I mean, maybe. I think you got to look at the fact that Tom Brady...
The offense would be better. Like, if it's the offense you have right now...
Yeah.
Not the offense you had at the beginning of the year. The offense you have right now.
But just knowing what we know about the way the season was...
With Brian Hoyer,
yeah,
I think they would be 9-7 or 8-8. If you take the beginning of the season...
With Jimmy G...
They would lose all those games.
See, I don't think...
That's what I'm saying.
I think
with Jimmy G, I think they could go 10-6.
I agree with you there. I think
Brian Hoyer's the
problem is that Tom Brady leads the league in every statistical category except for touchdowns. And is Brian Hoyer going to come close to that? Because if not, that means that you're losing probably like 8 touchdowns.
Was he?
And you're losing probably about like 1,000 yards already. You know what I mean? So, and with how they win some of their games.
But see, I'm not even thinking about Hoyer. I'm not trying to interrupt you, but I wasn't thinking about Hoyer. I was thinking about beginning of the season, who you have on the team.
Garoppolo goes 11-5.
Brady. No. Brady's down. You don't have Edelman. Go with the
who's
team.
Your quarterback?
Jimmy G.
I still think
without Edelman. Without Edelman.
I still think you go.
No, not at all, man.
Dude, Matt Castle went 11-5.
Do you win a Super Bowl? No, I don't think you win a Super Bowl.
I don't think you win the division.
Matt Castle went 11-5.
The division is showing its colors.
Jimmy Garoppolo is better than Matt Castle. Jimmy Garoppolo started games more recently than Matt Castle did when he did. Matt Castle went 11-5. You absolutely could get 10 wins at Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay. I'm just saying how bad that defense was, how bad that offense ran together. With Tom Brady, with the best quarterback in the NFL, they were horrible at the beginning of the season.
You asked me the question, I'm giving you my answer.
Okay.
I think they would.
They might have started off 1-3, but that still translates to like 11. And if you go based on their current projection, they're going to finish 10-6, 11-5.
Yeah, because they have
if they lose those
division
first couple
in 6
games.
weeks.
If you're expecting the defense to bounce back like it did, They lose more of the early games, but it doesn't matter. The defense bounced back, and I think Jimmy Garoppolo can beat most of these teams.
Yeah,
especially late in the season, it's all division games. I think he wins all of them.
They haven't given up more than 17 points in like 8
Would
weeks.
I be way more nervous about the Steelers game than I currently am? Probably.
Yes. Yeah.
No, see, in my head, I planned it out that your offense can't run well. Your defense has to be on the field more injuries, more problems.
Maybe.
Your defense never does bounce back because now your defense has to win you games.
But how many more injuries can they take on? I mean, how many more injuries would they have on the defense? You lost your best linebacker. You lost Gilmore for most of that time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't. You just got Eric Rowe back.
But I think what helped, 2 things happened. I think your offense figured out, started to figure out its identity without Edelman finally.
Yeah.
And your defense, losing Stephon Gilmore and getting a corner that would play exactly what the coach wanted him to play, changed a lot of things. I think it did. I don't want to downplay Hightower's injury either, because that you do lose that on your pass rush. But I think a lot of guys got put in positions that they just play sound football. Whereas if Gilmore, to me, he does get penalties. He's like a Browner. He to get physical.
Damn good though.
He is good. No, he's been looking good. I'm not downplaying that at all.
And it is a difference though. Like we're saying they would go 11-5. Like I think they only lose 2 games with Tom Brady. So obviously there's a drop off between Tom Brady and Jimmy Garoppolo. It's not like we're saying Garoppolo is. Right.
No,
I'm just saying I don't think they're that bad.
I agree. Some of those earlier games would probably not go in their favor, but I think
definitely would have been worse
in
the earlier stretch.
Right,
for
but
sure.
during this stretch, if you're only giving up 17
not
points...
Not to mention, are they not running the ball fucking stupendously?
Maniacs. I told you this fucking weeks ago, that they need to run the ball. You need to run the ball. You need to run the ball because it gets really important come playoff time, and it's really good for the play action. And you used to get mad when they'd run, and I know what you mean, when they would telegraph their run plays.
Well, because you know what they did?
They got rid of their big back.
What they did is they said, "Fuck it, we're going to run out of the shotgun," which is what I wanted them to do.
Right,
Like, guess what? When you jog Gillisley on there with a fucking big fullback and 4 tight ends, they line up with a bunch of guys in the box and stuff you.
They need to be able to run for a first down when it's 3rd and 1. And they've been able to lately.
But when you
in the
spread it
playoffs,
out,
you need to be able to do that.
When you spread it out with Rex Burkhead and Deion, they can both run between the tackles.
But I was going to say who was it? Is there left guard? What is his name?
Shaq Mason.
Shaq Mason.
Yeah.
We watched him on a play.
I think he's the right guard.
He might but he was pulling around.
Mm-hmm.
He cleared a dude out. Mm-hmm. The fullback cleared a dude out, and it was either Lewis or Burkhead, and it looked different. Even with all that beef, like you're saying, telegraphing, they were telegraphing they're going to run the ball.
They should.
And they still moved the ball.
They should always run to Shaq Mason's side. He's from Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
all they
just
do
run the
is
ball.
run.
Yeah.
So the whole thing about him coming out of college was they don't know how good of a pass blocker he is, but run
He
blocking,
can run block.
he's fucking...
He's a man.
He's the man.
Yeah, he can do it. So, the Sunday night game, Ravens at the Steelers. This is a big game.
Did we do the Pats game?
It's the Monday night game.
Fuck
we haven't got to it yet.
God damn it. I hate when they play at night.
I'm going to go Steelers. I hate it, but...
Ravens at the Steelers?
Yeah.
Ravens at the Steelers?
Yes.
Ravens
in Pittsburgh.
At the Steelers.
No. Baltimore in Pittsburgh.
All right.
In the state of Pennsylvania.
Right. Steelers at home.
Southwest corner.
Steelers at home versus the Ravens. What do you think of that? Ravens on the road. Pittsburgh.
If the Ravens didn't lose Jimmy Smith,
Steelers home, Ravens away.
I'm gonna pick the Ravens. Steelers. God damn it! I want the Steelers to lose so bad.
I'll lose this point. I want them to lose.
You pick the Ravens?
No, I'm taking the Steelers.
Oh.
I'm taking the Steelers, but I want to be wrong. If I'm gonna be wrong, give me the point.
I'll gladly lose this point. Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? Like fucking whatever.
I'll go with the Ravens.
Oh yeah, and way to hedge your bets, Dave.
Yeah, right.
Just say if they win, then I got the point. If they lose, then
right.
Then I lost the point, but they lost.
Yeah, but they lost, and I feel good.
Fucking Steelers.
So
Pats D's.
Pats at Miami.
Squish the fish.
The Dolphins of Miami. So the Patriots on the road in Miami, Joe.
Pats at Miami?
Yeah, at Miami.
New England. Heading down to Florida.
Heading south for the winter.
Pats win.
Yeah, man. You just write Patriots for all of us.
27.
Speak for yourself, Joe.
If you put Dolphins, I swear, I will grade.
He's 2-0. He's 2-0.
0-2.
Right? No.
Wow.
But Pats are 2-0 when Aaron bets against them. Falcons are 3-0 when I pick them.
Really?
Pissing me off.
So
stop picking those guys. Son of a bitch. No, the other way. Like every time I pick them is when they lose.
Oh,
and when I don't, then they win.
Well, keep picking them.
Yeah, right. I'm like,
Fuck the
motherfucker.
Falcons.
So I took them last. I'm like, oh, they are BROKEN broken, and then it's like they win the game. I'm like, fuck. It's like I look like an idiot.
And the next week you pick them, and
right. Then I pick them, then they lose. I'm like, perfect. Don't get the point.
Scores.
I'm going 27-10.
Took that early, huh? Because that's what it's kind of been lately. So you're like,
play
the odds.
To my score last week, like exactly
I think that's
my
what your
score
score
last
was.
week.
Hey,
copycat
guys, I had it 34-16 last week. Okay, I rode that number 2 weeks. That didn't work. I'm changing it up, going a little lower. I'm going 27-10.
Stealing my score.
I had 35-7. I at least had close to their score.
You had the bottom number. Yeah.
It was 23-3.
Yeah, we go 27-10.
31-4. No, I'm just joking.
I might take that
at
score.
What game were we watching? I was like, oh, that's cool. It's 3-2.
Yeah.
There's some game.
I think it was like 3-5 or some stupid thing like
really
that. We're
dumb.
like, really?
Like, yeah, great. It's like 2-5. Like, just real nice.
You should win like $2 billion if you ever guess a score that's 4.
If you
you
just double safeties, 4 drop kicks.
That's all they score in the game.
Just 4 drop kicks. Everyone knows the rules. That's a wild rule, by the way.
Yeah,
you could do that in the middle of a play.
Yeah,
that's a crazy thing to do.
I don't know why he doesn't do it more. I feel like he would
because it's not worth it.
If you fumble the ball,
yeah.
Could you just technically kick it off the ground high enough so that it goes through the uprights
and call it a drop ball or a drop
call
kick?
It a drop kick.
Yeah.
Does it have to hit the ground first?
It has to touch the ground first.
Yeah. So if you're a wide receiver, you're running down the field, right?
Yeah.
Dude knocks the ball out of your hands.
Yeah.
You notice
let it bounce and then just try to kick it
and then kick it through the uprights.
So just find a guy that's a rugby player, which our rugby player is hurt.
A touchback going the other way.
To safety. Or a touchback going the other way, right? Yeah, sorry.
But it's their ball because you boot out of the end zone.
Right. Touchback going the other way. So if you miss the kick,
you lose the ball.
You lose the ball. They get the ball.
Damn good at it.
Right. Right. It's a risky.
We'll bring Doug Flutie out of retirement.
Just imagine watching football in the 50s and people just being like, "Oh shit, we're down. It's tied." Like just in the middle of a play. Like that's chaos.
Game on.
It's crazy. It's a crazy
I'm gonna go 31 for the Pats for sure. 31-9.
3 fieldies or touchdown safety.
Or touchdown, missed extra point, and a field goal.
That's one way to do it. 9 drop kicks. Or 31 drop kicks for the Patriots.
3 safeties.
Yeah.
And a field goal.
Nice.
There you go.
I like that. What about 3 intercepted 2-point conversion attempts by the Patriots, returned to the house, and a field goal? How about that?
Okay, I'm going to go
4 safeties and a drop kick.
Nice.
I'm thinking, I got to go with a ridiculous number like I always do.
You win the entire year if that's what happens. Like,
4 safeties and a drop kick?
4 safeties and a drop kick. I'm done participating.
Imagine if you guessed the score. Right?
I would go get you a grinder.
31-9, and it'd be like, all you have to do is guess the score. That's awesome. And you go, no. 31-9, but I only win. Only win.
But here's how.
If the Dolphins have 4 safeties and a drop kick.
Yeah.
The guy would be just like, I can't even put odds on that.
You're an idiot. Like, you're doing Super Bowl squares. You're like, all right, I know I got 9, but I'll forfeit it. It's got to be 4 safeties and a drop kick.
The guy's like, I can't give you odds. I can't give you odds that they're going to have 4 safeties and a drop kick. Impossible? That's what the odds are.
Just 1 in
it's
90
not
infinity billion.
Then it happens, and he's like, I don't have 90
infinity billion dollars. I don't have that.
Congratulations, you're the bookie.
Yeah, you just broke the bank, right?
You've become the bookie.
You own flat Earth. What do you got?
39-12.
Okay, we got in his head. That's what happened there. He started just planting weird number seeds.
How do you get to 39?
39. Okay.
Don't give me extreme ones.
Ready? It would be 3 touchdowns.
Give me the most likely
6 field goals.
3 touchdowns and 6 field goals.
Yeah.
21. No.
Plus 18 points.
That's the best way? Yeah, because 28 you would need 11.
Or you would need 11 points, right? Or you could go
5 would need.
You could go.
All right, how about
4?
this?
You could go 4 touchdowns with 2-point conversions and a regular touchdown with an extra point. 32 plus 7. You could do that.
How you like me now?
You could go
this guy
19 safeties and a drop kick. It's a real possibility. It's a real possibility. Okay, so there's that.
Yep.
Nice job.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Let's see what happens. Joe's really trying to get
He's like, trying to get his mind around it.
Lose points.
35.
39.
I did
39. So
what if you
5
did touchdowns, 2
what
safeties?
If you did 4 touchdowns, 1 with a 2-point conversion?
That gets you to 29. Yep.
And then
a touchdown and a field goal.
5 touchdowns, 1 with a 2-point conversion and a field goal. Yeah.
Do I get like a tip of the hat if it's like 38 to like?
If you get to 39,
it has to be 39 because 38's doable. 38 makes sense. That's 5 touchdowns and a field goal.
If you get to,
if you hit 39, you win the internet for the day. Like that's it.
You win the pick'em.
Right.
Just for the rest of the year.
Okay,
we're not even going to do it anymore.
You get brunch.
We retire the segment.
We're done.
If they hit 39.
You're so baffled by that, Joe.
Yeah.
If they hit 9 for me, and it's 4 safeties and a drop kick,
hey,
not only do I win,
I almost called the score of the Super Bowl.
Not only do I win this, not only do I win the pick'em, I win next year's pick'em too, and both times you have to give me all of the prizes. Wow, so I get the grinder, I get the brunch,
right,
and I get the beer.
I got it.
Cider.
6 touchdowns. 3 missed extra points.
It is Gostkowski, and they're in Miami.
6 touchdowns.
And it might be raining. It's going to be snowing up here this
6
weekend.
Would be 36.
Might be raining down there.
No, 6 would be 42.
If you do 7.
Right.
But
3 missed extra points.
Yep.
Possible. Plausible? No. Possible? Sure. Plausible? Not a word.
Juju Smith-Schuster, 1-game suspension upheld. Will not play Sunday.
Yeah, there you go. There you
I knew
go.
that was going to happen.
Possible? Still not a word.
39-4?
Yeah. Hey, guys, I'm going to go 19-5 with my favorite pick'em bet. Let's see. No, I don't want that. Got a really wild text right there. I don't know what that's about. So let's move on.
It just says wild in all caps.
it just says really wild. I was like, there you go.
Random really wild text.
It's from my friend. Oh, really wild. So Celtics are pretty good. They're still good.
Yeah. Well.
That's fun. That was fun.
Celtics,
that was a good segment.
The Celtics are approaching that point like baseball gets.
Yeah, it's
in
like
the middle
dying.
of the season where it's like
right. The buzz is gone.
We know what the team is now.
I mean, the Greek Freak went off for 40.
Yeah, he did.
Like, not to downplay that, but he went off for 40.
The Greek Freak.
He is disgusting.
He's unstoppable.
40 points.
He literally
9
floats.
rebounds.
You ever seen
and 4 assists.
That's good. He's a good goddamn player.
He was 0 for 1 from the 3-point line.
He floats. You ever seen the David Blaine? Like, he flouted. That's what he does every time he touches the ball.
It's crazy.
He flouted.
It's crazy.
I printed out plenty of stats for you, Dave.
Yeah, you got a bunch of numbers here.
He flouted.
This is wild. This is a lot going on here. All right, so Kyrie Irving is having...
Is this the Tice talk?
Maybe a very...
not at all.
Very MVP caliber season. He's been real good, Kyrie Irving.
Well, I was going to say the point differential.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's
like,
the one that I
right there.
Just put away. So yeah, the point differential for the Boston Celtics this year, they are second in the league in opponent points allowed. 97.5 points. The league lead is San Antonio Spurs. It's pretty good.
When the fuck did that happen?
What?
When did the Spurs pass them?
Defensively, the Celtics have struggled the past 2 weeks. They've given up over 100 points for the past 5 games.
They're also like in the middle of the road for like points per game. They're like 17th in the league. Yeah. So they don't score a shit ton of points, but they also don't give up a lot of points.
Right.
It'd be better if they had Gordon Hayward.
They and also Kyrie Irving, who like 2 weeks ago
led last week you were like, I don't think they'd be any like. Weren't you like, you don't know what the team would be like if they had Gordon Hayward? Now you're saying they're going to be better?
I can't say that their offense would be better if they had Gordon Hayward. I think that's pretty...
You don't think that would throw off some of the Browns scoring and
that's
stuff?
That's what I was trying to say before. Like, I think it's a little... It's more unpredictable. You don't know... Like you can't just assume that it would be.
You know who would be really good?
Oh,
Jason Tatum.
LeBron James.
Jason Tatum.
Trust the process.
Would be really good with Hayward there? I think he gets in his way.
No, but I'm saying like the way he's playing this year.
I think
he's
just going to be really.
He leads the league.
He wouldn't be playing. Nah, that's the problem.
I get that.
That's the issue.
It's just going to make it really difficult next year.
I think he traded.
Well, doesn't he lead the league in
what
3-point?
Yeah,
see him.
Jason Tatum leads the NBA in 3-point percentage. He's at 52%.
Yeah, take that, Steph Curry.
Yeah. Nuts.
You
52%.
Steph Curry, you bum.
At Steph Curry, you bum. Yeah, I think you could trade Hayward.
I wouldn't do that though.
Why? It's working.
Yeah, but you know who you
know what you can get for Hayward.
Joe's like, but
huh? You didn't even get to see him play. Damn it!
No.
You get to see about 2 minutes of him.
Yeah.
Frail, fragile white body.
I don't think he's been hurt before.
Just that glass.
You had to throw white in there too, huh?
Yeah, just that frail,
I was gonna say,
white body.
Such a white guy.
Yeah,
we have to have a white guy with the Celtics.
Yeah,
we do.
We do. Aaron Baines.
And he's well put together.
Daniel Tice.
He's not American.
Neither's Tice. He's European, but
exactly. All right,
but European white guy.
God. Oh my God! Not this argument again.
Daniel Tice, white guy.
See,
European.
See,
bad footwork.
What about Baines?
He's not European.
He's not European either.
But he's not American.
Right.
He's a white dude.
He's a white guy.
Is he a white guy though?
Would you call him then? Was he a kangaroo because he's from Australia?
I'd call him a white guy.
He's a white guy.
I think that was my argument, wasn't it?
No, I'm saying that European players aren't white players.
Yeah, and I was saying that they are white.
Right.
Everyone's a white guy. If they're
Baines
white,
is not a European player.
He's Australian.
He's Australian.
Yeah, so he's a white guy. So he's a kangaroo. Does he have Does he have the pouch? Is that why he says
Australian basketball is not
pocket.
different? Australian basketball is not different than American basketball. European
How do you
basketball
know?
is different than American because I've seen it.
You've watched Australian basketball?
Of course, yeah. I watch basketball. I watch where Baines comes from, man.
What's the name of that Australian national team?
The ABA.
No, but they have a specific name for their national team.
I don't know. I just call them the ABA. That's not even true.
ABBA.
Dave
put out great albums.
The ABA.
Dancing
the ABA
Queen.
is the association that merged with the NBA back in the 50s.
The
Flint Tropics.
Flint Tropics.
Right. The Philadelphia 76ers.
Isn't that where the San Antonio Spurs came from?
Spurs, ABA team. Correct. Absolutely correct. I don't know what the Australian national team is. I'm not sure. I watch FIBA basketball a lot. The FIBA League.
Forest Bias?
No, that's...
You watch the FUBU basketball league?
Yeah, that one.
I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, the FUBU. Watch the FUBU League. That's
Whatever
good.
happened
For immigrants by Asians. That's what FIBA stands
by
for.
Americans. It's by Americans. It's
Nope.
for immigrants by Americans basketball.
Okay.
That's it, yeah.
Whatever happened
I was
to
misinformed.
what was it? Ice Cube's league?
Oh, yeah. They're sued like crazy.
They were sued?
Yeah, by a bunch of stuff. And they just
For what?
I don't even know. But there's a bunch of issues there.
They completed their season.
They completed their season.
Did they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did, yeah. Not
Whose
sure
team
what's
won?
gonna happen there.
Who gives a fuck? Be
I don't
honest
know.
with
I just want to know if
The FUBU team.
I just want to know if wasn't
Allen Iverson?
Allen Iverson playing?
He was, and then he stopped showing up, and it just
Who is
fell
suing
apart.
them?
Yeah, you gotta check that out.
I'm going to look it up.
There was some sort of
If it's FUBU, I'm going to lose my shit.
that's just live reaction right here.
I would honestly,
lawsuit.
I'm going to throw my phone across Aaron's apartment.
Who's the MVP of the Celtics right now?
Kyrie.
Is it Kyrie?
Kyrie, it's got to be.
Is that who you think it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's the best player on the team.
Yeah, I just think the guy that, and I hate to say this because I'm not a massive fan of him, but I think he's a good player. Al Horford.
Oh, average Al.
Yeah, he has a steady, great game.
You say you're not a big fan of him?
Yeah, I didn't think he was like the guy. When I heard about the signing, I was like, it doesn't overwhelm me. It's not a Gordon Hayward. It's not a Kyrie Irving.
No.
It's not the guy that you're like, oh my god, like this is going to change our franchise.
Well, what's funny was the reason why they went so hard after Al Horford was because Kevin Durant's agent said,
"Yeah, they
wants to consider Boston. You'd have to go get Al Horford." And so they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we go."
Yeah, so
Al
we
Horford.
did it,
right?
And then he decided to say, "Fuck you guys, I'm going to
Golden State.
Golden State, so I can win a championship."
Well, Horford is 12th in the league in field goal percentage, which is pretty good. I like that. He's also 1/10 of an assist off from leading the Celtics in assists per game. Which that's been my fun stat to track all year because I think he's going to wind up with that. But Marcus Smart's been doing his thing with assists. They have 3 of the top 25 guys in assists. Marcus Smart, then Al Horford, then Kyrie with 5 even. If Kyrie's giving you nights like last night where he had 37 points and 24 of them or 23 of them in the second half, he's your closer. He's every bit of the fourth quarter player that Isaiah Thomas was. He's the guy with the ball in his hands and making shots to pull away from games. He dropped 25 spots in steals per game. He was 2 weeks ago. I just said he leads the NBA in steals. Doesn't anymore. He's 26th in the league, 25th in the league, something like that. But still playing good defense. He's trying hard. Brad Stevens, great coach. All the same thing. Eric Spoelstra, probably better.
In a related note, Ice Cube's Big 3 League was sued by the Champions Basketball League for $250 million. Because for allegedly taking their players.
Yes, I knew some sort of poaching
proprietary
problem.
ideas. Turns out they were actually in cahoots with each other to start, and they were going to make a league to rival the NBA, compete with the NBA.
Right.
The thing is, the CBL, Champions Basketball League, recruited former NBA players whose talents went to waste due to team salary cap restrictions, but they did not sign them to exclusive contracts, which means they were allowed to play in the Big 3. What the Big 3 did, backstabbing sort of move, was all right, come play with us and sign this exclusive deal so that you can't play in the CBL anymore.
Wow.
And now they're being sued for $250 million.
Yeah, I knew that there was some sort of poaching problem, but I couldn't think of with who. You know what I mean? So it's not the NBA, the retired players.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna side with Ice Cube on this one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's free to do it. It's like Facebook all over again. You know what I mean? Same thing.
You know, those guys are the first Bitcoin billionaires?
Yeah. They're aren't they the ones that like created the Bitcoin?
No, but they took their lawsuit money from
and invested it
in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And the winner of the Big Three championships was
Please tell me Dr. J.
Trilogy.
See Portnoy's talk about Bitcoin.
Who was Trilogy?
No.
Al Harrington. Trilogy, which finished the season a perfect 10-0, was comprised of former NBA players Al Harrington, Kenyon Martin, Rashard McCants, James White, and Deion Glover. They were coached by former Bad Boy Pistons enforcer Rick Mahorn. This is also the team that had the first pick, I'm pretty sure. Because Rashard McCants was the first pick.
Yeah.
So they went undefeated and won the championship.
Wow.
Nice.
Not a good look for the league to have an undefeated team. Just doesn't look great. That's too bad. I really wanted that to be better, but I just couldn't get the visibility down. I think if you had
gotten like a Reggie Miller, guys that you were like, oh my god, he's like 4, 5, 8 years removed from his playing days, but he's still got it.
I think if the Pierce, Kobe, KG
team, that would have been mint.
Does do that next year, that would be.
Well, yeah, but awesome. You just said it's bad for a team to go 10-0.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, they would dominate. They would
dominate.
Put fucking Pierce, Kobe, and KG on the
I don't think Kobe wants to do it. I think Pierce wants to because he's just like, hey guys,
I still want to play.
I'm crafty as fuck. I can still play. And the other guys are like, nah, it's too much.
Do you think he'd be like, yo, Ray?
He says that he's cool with Ray.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think he would be like, yo, Ray? And then you'd get another guy. It wouldn't be KG because
whoever
he doesn't talk to him anymore.
No.
Oh, dude, go out and get what's his name? Fisher.
Oh, yeah, there you go. What about the guy that catfished Ray Allen? You hear about that?
No.
He's trying to sue somebody. Got him arrested for stalking. He got catfished meeting someone online.
Have you ever read Ray Allen's private message that got leaked to that accidentally got shared to Twitter where he's talking about touching a girl's vagina?
No. Yeah.
Alternate between my tongue and my dick.
Ray Allen's a little out there.
He's a weirdo.
A little out there.
What if you got Posey?
Posey would be a good one.
Oh my god, yeah, no, that would be awesome.
Get PJ Brown, he was too old to play on that team. And then get him on Shaq. Bring him back.
Shaq would do it.
Nate Robinson.
I think if you got Nate, Shaq, and Glenn Davis, you would probably have the most unathletic but athletic.
Be the most amazing team ever.
I would. Nate, that would be one of my favorite teams if Nate Robinson was playing. He's one of my favorite players.
Yeah, I used to love Nate Robinson.
Awesome.
It's the
he's
weirdest
too busy nailing porn stars, man. We already established this.
Oh, so he's a torn ACL.
Yeah. Oh no, he does. I haven't heard much about him playing in the D League.
You can't nail porn stars and not have a torn ACL.
MJ, the pizza debater and grinder hater. He and I used to
serial killer.
The serial killer.
Oh, there you go. Now I know what you're talking about.
Serial
the
killer.
Serial killer.
We used to play NBA franchises all the time. He used to love Nate Robinson. He would always play the 2 guard. I'd play the 1. And he loved Nate Robinson because he could shoot. He's he can get inside for a little guy. He's just fun. He plays good defense.
He can dunk.
So yeah, he can dunk. So he used to love Nate Robinson. And every time he'd be, we got to get Sugar Nate. He never did us dirty, whatever. And he always wanted to trade for Nate Robinson, or you do Trade Finder, be like, oh, this guy's offering you Nate Robinson and a 2nd-round pick. He's like, I mean, it's Nate Robinson. Every year, from 2009 to 2015, but I mean, Nate Robinson's getting offered to us. And for some fucking reason, we would build our team up. We'd draft, we'd do this whole thing. Years into the franchise, we'd be a 99 overall team, and Nate Robinson would get hurt, or we'd trade him away, and we'd drop to an 83. And I'm like, it's just Nate. Nate made us 16 points better than overall. He's like, I told you Nate Robinson's most important player in the league, whatever. And he would I had no
most
argument.
Important player in the game. Yeah, and you gave me the guy on Madden. I'm on Madden the other day. I can't find the fucking running back.
Darius Jackson.
Darius Jackson.
I think that's his name.
Let the record state. Darius Jackson.
67 overall.
Write that down.
Darius Jackson.
Yeah.
He's 90. I mean, they also do roster updates. So they might have fucking randomly were just Fuck this Darius Jackson guy.
Yeah, he's no longer in the league. Whatever.
If I can't find him, Joe.
He was like 90 break tackle, 90-something speed, and his carry was in the 80s. He's a 67 overall. I mean, what more do you want from running back?
Everything. I want it all.
All right,
Nothing at all.
Celtics are good.
There's nowhere left to fall.
There's not much else.
Reaches the bottom, it's now or Oklahoma.
Go online. Vote for the nominees.
Please do.
Yeah, get your votes in.
Are we just friends?
Joe is winning the medal count from last induction.
This how it ends.
But Buff Dad, I'm coming for you.
Oh yeah, Buff Dad.
I don't think I'm not very confident in my medal count in this one.
In this one?
Yeah.
Well, you got a pretty strong lead from last time, so see where you rank after this.
Well,
you're big.
I'm gonna win, so I'm the best.
Wow.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Buff Dad, we're coming for you. Come
Val
check us out
Venus.
at Constitution State Wrestling, December 9th, Groton, LT Grosso Technical High School.
Doors open
Get
at
a cup.
7 p.m.
Doors open at 6. Get a cup. Come buy a cup.
Yeah, come
Like
check us out.
Like for your jockstrap.
Right. Show starts at 7. Doors open at 6.
Sorry.
So, no, yep. Just want to make sure we're good there.
Yeah, right. Cup for your jockstrap.
Get a
You
cup.
just
Yeah,
totally
just
said
cup.
right.
Right, yeah.
Right after
right.
I said that, you were just like, right? Yep,
Right,
El
yeah.
Grasso.
Yeah, so, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, that Dave, that's
Yeah,
not
we're
right.
selling jockstrap cups. So,
I'm going to autograph them.
Customized.
Yep, come get a donation. You get an autograph from everybody. We got merchandise. We're going to
Ben
have
Field
a
Goal.
whole bunch of stuff. Ben Field Goal, the golden ticket's in there somewhere. So that means that they
I'm
get
gonna
to
buy a blow up doll or something, and I'm gonna write a little.
I don't want to hear the rest of this sentence.
Okay,
I don't want to hear the rest of
that's
this
enough,
sentence.
Joe. That's
Tag,
enough.
Ben,
That's enough.
bring him